Christian McCaffrey is dealing with a injury or tightness. It's not like some speculated a few hours ago when people were looking for clicks or views or whatever the hell they were looking for. Kind of started out with Michael Florio, who went on NBC Sports and said that that he thought, people were posting all over the place, but that they thought maybe, into Michael's defense, he said maybe he's holding in. Maybe he's not injured. Maybe there's no tightness. Maybe he's holding in for a new contract. Bijan got a contract. Gibbs got a contract. Now CMC might want to take one more bite out of the apple. But that's not the case. We're hearing now a conflicting report that Christian McCaffrey is in fact dealing with tightness. So you can continue to panic to some degree. We're also breaking down the value of Travis ETN. And also, you can call him HN if you want. I'm calling him ETN. Travis Etienne and Trevion Henderson, two monsters hiding in the 4th and 5th round. League winners hiding in the 4th and 5th round. McCaffrey, Etienne, Hendy, and a draft tonight on Underdog. Promo code Smitty. Link is pinned in the live chat. Links in the description of the video. Code Smitty gets it done as well. That show begins right now. Get your gunners on. Do it live.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show.
Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks. You're watching a
graveyard stream.
So I got Simi, Valley, Shelly, Aldi, DK over in the Rumble chat. I believe Hammer's over there as well. We've got in the building over on YouTube is Aldi, Grim, Travis, DK, and everybody over here. Aldi, appreciate you. Banana. We're going to be drafting here in a little bit, so hang tight. Christian McCaffrey not holding in like a couple reports were insinuating, and he really is dealing with some tightness. So this is not what you want to hear. It's not what you wanted to potentially wake up to a couple days ago. Christian McCaffrey tightness is actually dealing with tightness and not holding in for a new contract, according to Ian Rappaport. So Rappaport kind of contradicting all the news that was kind of lingering around news wires all day today on Christian McCaffrey. Now, what's the story on his tightness? We don't know. We don't know. What I do know is I can tell you from experience, first of all, chronic Achilles tendonitis is what Christian McCaffrey has. Bilateral, meaning both legs. Meaning it's not something temporary. It's in both of his legs through wear and tear and mileage. He had injections last year that helped keep him healthy, which was amazing. Hats off to Christian McCaffrey. He defied all the odds, but he had 450 touches. He turned 30 years old, and he's experiencing tightness very much in line with what you would feel if you had tendonitis at all. Tendonitis literally locks you up and makes it so that it feels tight in the shin area, in the calf area, in the Achilles area, depending on where you have the tendonitis in your lower body. But tendonitis can literally halt you to a stop. And we'll just see what happens. But even if, let's say, he ends up playing week 1, it doesn't mean that this isn't going to come back and catch up to him. He always has this 400 touch year and then injuries. Then he has another great year after that, then injuries. And coming off the 450 total touch season, which includes the playoffs, which is bad because it means that he took a lot of that work at the, even closer to this point in the season without an even, bigger break than you would want. McCaffrey's likely going to get hurt at some point this season. And if you want to gamble on that, I'm not saying you won't potentially hit and land the pick, but there is almost no world where, given the fact that the Niners are planning to hold him back quite a bit and dial him back just to keep him healthy, which is smart. And that's never been said before. You could say, oh, coach speaks, Smitty. Coaches say that all the time. Shanahan does the exact opposite. He tells you straight up, we're not using multiple running backs. When he tore his PCL the year he came back from that devastating injury-plagued season where Jordan Mason and Garendo, which we predicted on this channel to feed families. That season when McCaffrey came back from that injury-plagued stretch, comes back after Jordan Mason tears it up, and then they don't use Mason anymore, even though Mason was doing so well. They overwork McCaffrey in a very short window, and he ends up getting hurt. A reporter asked Shanahan, why did you do that? Why didn't you use Jordan Mason? Jordan Mason was doing so well, and Shanahan replied, we don't use 2 running backs in the system, and we never will. And everybody that says, Shanahan's just talking out of turn here, he's just trying to appease people when he says he's going to rest McCaffrey. No, his answer has been different for the very first time. It's, are you going to use McCaffrey the way you used him last year? No, we must dial him back. We're going to have to use other backs in order to keep him healthy. Now, Shanahan's also floated the idea of using him more as a wide receiver as he's getting older, and that could be something we see them try and do. Put him out in the flat consistently. Not saying he can't line up in the backfield. Shanahan is an architect of greatness when it comes to fantasy football glory in offensive architecture and pre-snap motion offenses. So there's certainly a world where they cook up something that has McCaffrey still lining up as a running back, but they're using him as a wide back, putting him in motion. How many times might we see it in a row where McCaffrey's in the backfield, they put him in motion, he goes out into the slot, and they continuously do it all year, and we're like, they're using McCaffrey as a wide receiver. It certainly could happen. But the only question you got to ask yourself, is there a world where if you take away all of his running upside, not to say he can't earn, let's say number 9 or 11 overall value, okay? So this is the worst case scenario where I'm wrong, okay? Let's pretend I'm wrong. And he ends up earning 9 to 11 value. I don't think in a dial back scenario that we can see this situation. I don't think we can see this situation end up making McCaffrey replicate last year. Okay, but if I'm wrong and he ends up producing a 9 to 11 season, guess what? The player I'm taking is also going to produce 9 to 11 value. I'm taking probably St. Brown. I'm probably taking Ashton Genty. I'm probably taking, in some cases, depending on the format, Achane falls late in Best Ball Mania and on Best Ball products, but he doesn't fall. He goes at 9 or 10 or 11 in like sleeper environments. So Achane, all these players will probably equal Christian McCaffrey's 9 to 11 overall value, but this is a long shot to happen. So even if I'm wrong, I'm not wrong because I have Achane. The only thing that happens if I'm wrong and Christian McCaffrey does earn this in a dialed back setting, but still producing and earning his ADP, is I'm right and this person's right and no one's wrong. But in this scenario, I'd have to have my player get struck with a random injury, which could happen, for me not to get the value back for the player that I'm selecting instead of Christian McCaffrey. It's that simple. It doesn't mean McCaffrey can't do it again. He certainly can. There's a world where this happens. No one's saying avoid him per se. It's more about take other players that are safer, that have the same amount of upside. That's it. I mean, he is on planet Uranus. So in a sense, I am saying don't draft him.
And off he goes.
So is Monty, so is
known as Uranus.
So is Jacobs. But it is really truly about the ADP. If he fell where Derrick Henry's going in the mid-second round, there's a different type of entry there and vantage point that makes sense. But at 9, 10, 7 overall, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to even risk it because you don't have to. McCaffrey dealing with tightness. He's not holding in. It's not a fake injury. He is definitely dealing with the tightness. For those that missed this news that came trickling in here after we were, ending our live stream, Keenan Allen has agreed to a 1-year deal worth up to $8.32 million, up to $8.3 million with the Indianapolis Colts. We'll find out what that deal's actually worth if he doesn't earn the 8.2 or 8.32 through incentives. But I have a lot of panic Peters going, oh my God, what happens to Joshua Downs? Joshua Downs will be fine. This guy is a decent play for sure. And Danny Dimes, the veteran that he is and the way he plays, probably will connect with Keenan Allen pretty decently. But this is okay because with Alec Pierce, this is a sign that Alec Pierce is probably not coming back anytime soon. And this is more of a sign of that than it is some sort of like negative to Josh Downs, who I love. This doesn't affect Tyler Warren. This helps Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren was the only show in town. Josh Downs trying to help make that, not the case. But now having Keenan Allen and Josh Downs there and having Tyler Warren have his compartmentalized, almost guaranteed volume that no wide receiver is going to touch. Danny Dimes and Tyler Warren have together this connection that's going to give Tyler Warren 100 receptions. This will not stomp on Warren's ability to bring you 95 to 100 reception season in 2026. So stop with the Keenan Allen's a problem for Tyler Warren. It's not at all. It's a helpful thing. And Joshua Downs, it doesn't hurt as well. This guy's an older player, very, very decent player to bring into the room. Definitely might teach the young kids some stuff, might help progress Josh Downs quite a bit. And when Alec Pierce comes back, he might even be completely irrelevant in the offense at that point. But this is a nice addition, I suppose, for a team that needs a wide receiver. Kind of surprised that the Dolphins didn't bring him in, or a couple other teams like the Commanders didn't also bring in Keenan Allen. It'd be interesting to do that. But this is a player in Keenan Allen that it shouldn't be affecting really anything around him, but making things slightly better, if you ask me. Jamo Williams, another piece of news. Jamo Williams told reporters, Lions head coach Dan Campbell told reporters that Jamo Williams' shoulder is dealing with a minor injury. It's supposed to be minor, but we'll keep tabs on Jamo. Injury striking a lot of players today, but keep in mind that it's nothing crazy, and in many of these cases. And even if it affects week one, it could be a lot worse. We could have these season-ending ACL tears instead of some of the stuff we're seeing right now. So while everybody's in doom and gloom mode, this is actually like, you could look at a glass half full type of approach here. What we know after 3 weeks of training camp, says this reporter here. And right here you can read, as Trevion Henderson enters his second season, it looks like he'll share the backfield with Ramondre Stevenson pretty evenly, which is the best news you could have got. This is the best news you could have got today on Trevion Henderson, because no one's expecting Hendy to unseat Ramondre Stevenson, without an injury, a fumble, or him slowing down, or some sort of just like, we have second round draft capital on Hendy. It's time to unleash him when they get to mid-season. That's certainly going to be still in the cards. But no one was expecting him, not me. You didn't hear me once say he's starting week one. Like, I'm not some objective person. I am an objective person. And I've said from the beginning, this is a player still needing to be unlocked and unleashed. And we're kind of beholden and at the mercy of what this coaching staff ends up deciding and doing, and when they end up deciding and doing it. But this man getting the nod of getting half the work from beat reporters is nice. It's not concrete. We haven't heard the coaching staff come out and say 50-50. I'm telling you. But this is a good indication from people on the ground talking about how they're seeing things. The pass protection, there's been a narrative that he isn't good in pass protection, which is a complete farce. When anybody says that he's not good at pass protection, non-ball knower. He's not good at non-ball knower. This guy was one of the best in the last 5 years pass protecting running backs to come out of college. Just because he's learning his own offense and didn't have pass protection down for his scheme and his situation has nothing to do with that. This man is got, as Travis just said, unlimited upside, essentially. It's untapped. You don't even know what it is. It is Jahmyr Gibbs. And if you think I can't say that, we invented Jahmyr Gibbs on this channel. So I think we get to say it. I think we get to decide who the next Jahmyr Gibbs will be, or the Spider-Verse version of him, and it is Hendy. And people that say it's not are the same people that said I couldn't say what I said about Achan. And we did that live, did we not? The same people that say I can't say this about Hendy said that Monty would be in the way. Wouldn't he be in the way, Smitty? What about Monty? Non-ball knowers. And the fact that this guy had 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns and 35 receptions on a season where he started just a couple games, where he had led the league in 50-yard runs, had 4 of them. All 4, by the way. Let's check with the stat team. Smitty Stats HQ. You know how Hendy led the league in 4 50-plus yard runs? Can you tell me how many of those were touchdowns? All Thanks, Steve. Statistician Steve said all 4 were touchdowns. Hendy scored on his 50-plus yard runs. Led the league in 50-plus yard runs. Made those all touchdown runs, by the way. The man was a 10-touchdown marvel on a couple starts. Scored 5 scores in a 2-game span when he started. I don't know if Christian McCaffrey might be the only one that had a 3-game stretch that was better. I don't know that any running back, maybe JT, was better than Hendy in that 2-game span. But during those 2 games, I almost guarantee you Hendy was 1, 2, or 3 in running back scoring when he scored 5 touchdowns in the 2 games that he started. You can say whatever you want about Hendy, but the glorious news that we got today, the news that should make you smile from ear to ear if you're a Hendy owner or a prospective Hendy owner, is that this man wasn't told, or we weren't told today, that Stevenson's the starter and Hendy will just see if he comes along. That would have been what you didn't want to hear. That, I admit, would have been kind of a drag to hear. Just like when we heard that Tootin is a co-starter with C-Rod. We had somebody earlier today and a few other people the last couple of years say things like, does that concern you that Bashal Tootin is sharing the starting job? And I asked that person, damn, you are a greedy son of a bee, bro, when you can't even be happy that Hendy or that Tootin is named starter. Yeah, he's a co-starter. That is enough for right now. Let's let the man go out there and take the rest of the label if you want, but he's still getting 55, 60% of the work, which is all you really want to begin with. And if Hendy's in a 50-50 timeshare, the only thing we need to do, and we don't even need to do it, we can still get probably, I would say, maybe 1,300 total yards, 13 touchdowns, and maybe something along the lines of 53 receptions out of Hendy on a 50-50. Does everybody understand that? 1,300 total yards, 13 touchdowns. We'll even put this 11 to 13 touchdowns and 53 receptions on a 50-50 timeshare. We only need and only want to borrow maybe 5 to 7% of this. Let's just call it 5 for now so we're not greedy. 45% goes to Ramondre and 55% goes to this man right here. If we end up getting that, do you understand that this man is literally 6% off on the sum total of his offensive running back sum total volume? 6% different than Jahmyr Gibbs. Does anybody realize that Tootin or Hendy, both of them getting just 55%, where Hendy's already sitting on a 50-50, gives you probably something along the lines of 1,400 to 1,500 yards? So we'll put it at 1,400 to 1,500 yards. I would say 13 to 14 scores and 55 to 65 receptions. That is what we're dealing with if Hendy gets 55% of the work in 2026. And you're in here saying, no, what about? I don't know, Smitty. I'm a little worried that he's only getting 55% at that point. Like, I want my running back to get 100 because I don't understand ball. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to worry about it. We got it covered for you. You just need to sit back and let it happen. And I think this is worth pressing.
Taking it to the house every time he touches the football, baby. Taking it to the house every time he touches the football, baby. Taking it to the house time he touches the football, baby. Other shows they said do not draft him. Warren Williams said he was small. Your mama won't be making you meatloaf because you got no house call.
Hammer dropping that. It's nice to hit that button. We don't hit it very much because we're kind of waiting for a house call before we punch it, but
It's hammer time.
Hammer super chat goes as follows. ETN next. We'll talk about ETN next. The quality of his touches were garbage. He doesn't need 60% of the quality talent. He is that good. As I keep telling people, it really did come down to, I'll answer the rest of these super chats in order in which they're received in a minute. Ian, thank you for the $2 hauler. Make sure you include your message in it. By the time I get to them, I won't even see your message that might or might not be floating around out there. So make sure your super chats are always in the actual super chat. I'll try and look for it if I find it. But thank you, Sick Nasty, dropping a super chat. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Trenton. I'm going to get to those in 1 second. Thank you, Hammer. Yeah, Hendy would get, as I say on show after show after show, Hendy would get like 9 carries, 8 carries. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the game, he'd get like an extra like 4 or 5 at the very last like 2 drives. And he'd end up having 14. And people, box score Bobbies would come in here and say, Smitty, I'm a box score Bobby. And he had 14 carries. Hendy had 14 carries. And Ramondre had 13. And Ramondre did better. But those non-ball knowers, those box score Bobbies. All right, prepare for take 1. All right, action.
He's a box score Bobby. He's a little sloppy. Box score Bobby. He's a box score Bobby. He's so sloppy. Bobby.
Box score Bobbies would come in and say things like, he had 14, 15 carries, whatever. He didn't do well. He's not efficient. Like, that's my favorite when a non-ball knower looks into an Excel sheet, doesn't watch the games, and says he was not efficient. He was not like when people say Kyron wasn't explosive. He's not efficient. Achan's too small. Achan won't be able to hold up at the NFL level, according to my Excel sheet, which is carrying the 1 and extrapolating the 5. And according to Smitty's gigawatts in 2.54 bonus structure of the megawatt chamber offload, I just don't understand how he concludes that Achan will become a monster, even though he's a monster. And
I smell meatloaf. Meatloaf.
Hendy is probably next to or equal to, if you want, Bijan Achan Gibbs in home run hitting. And the more touches he gets, the more ability he's going to have to pop off a run. And if you say, Smitty, I just don't know. Well, let me ask you a question, Steve. If he barely played last year and he had the most 50-plus yard runs, all of which were touchdowns, don't you think he's pretty efficient at that? I would say he's pretty efficient if you ask me. But that's not what I'm saying, Smitty. I heard from another channel, if we actually cherry pick and look at certain metrics that fit our narrative, that we could say he's not efficient or explosive. It doesn't seem very efficient. I think pretty efficient if you look up efficiency in the dictionary, it says whoever has the most 50-plus yard touchdown runs that also happen to all 4 be touchdowns, that might be the most efficient player in the National Football League.
Mashed potatoes. Yeah, buddy.
All right, now that we've gotten onto that, Hammer dropping a $50 extender for the extender show, which is already at 55 minutes. Now it's at 60 minutes. Thank you to Hammer. Hammer dropping, or no, two of them. So that's 60, 55, 65, 67 minutes because of Hammer's $50, which is a double. Let's break down Travis Etienne real quickly. So Hendy, for the recap in case you just got here, basically this report right here is suggesting that he's going to be in a 50-50 instead of, an unbalanced situation. So he's earning, it's going to be pretty evenly divided, that you're going to see Ramondre a lot between, the goal line stuff potentially and short yardage situations, and that you're going to see Hendy out there on second and third down a lot, and especially on third down. And then they little caveat said, if his pass protection holds up, because it seems to be he doesn't know pass protection, even though ball knowers know that he's one of the best pass protecting running backs you can find. It's just a matter of him getting the system down, which he's had a whole offseason to get down. And so I'd probably say we're pretty good on that front. And, just a little bit of advice. If you're in a jam at all, you know who to contact.
In a jam, call HHH and Associates.
Triple H and Associates. Locations on Earth and Jupiter.
These bad boys are going to have quite a day. And you know who's also owner of this spot in all reality. Harold Fannon's just kind of borrowing it from him. It really is Harvey that holds the spot. Harold Fannin, Triple H and Associates. So we'll put him right there. Let me close this. But Harvey is the true original OG from the Triple H and Associates. So I'll put him back there because he does deserve to be on it. But Fannin definitely wiggled his way into it. He's in the committee too. He's definitely in the committee. So just wanted to play that one more time. All right. As for ETN, Travis Etienne, guys, this might be one of the best values in the fourth round. Could be the 3-4 turn too, because when I tell people to go balance, they tend to hit me with but Smitty, I really want to go RB. Look, I'm the king of RB. The whole best ball industry thought I was an absolute madman. And I constantly have people rip me apart for years because for the last 3 years, I've been going best, running back, creating running back content. And a lot of best ball bobbies would come in here and try and say, oh, don't listen to this guy. I know you're all watching him because you like him, but I'm just going to tell you, he doesn't know what he's doing in best ball because you can't draft 2 running backs in best ball and have a successful team. And then best ball Mania winner had running back, and now all the best ball bobbies are like, you could go running back. Okay, whatever. I really don't care about the community. We're doing what we do. We're staying in our lane. We could care less what anybody else is doing in their lane. But what I will tell you is this year from different draft spots, running back works like a charm. And at other spots, it tends to be a little complex to do. For example, if you're drafting from, let's say, the 1 pick, running back is a glorious tale to tell your kids and your grandkids when you're done drafting and you come out with this monster squad. Let's go ahead and show you on paper what that looks like. I think you can imagine. You get good old Jahmyr Gibbs at the 1.1. You smash the good old wide receiver in 2, and you get Jeremiah Love in 3. This is one of the best starts you could possibly have. And then the careful Caleb or the worried Williams probably typing right now. What about Love's injury, Smitty? Are you worried? Aren't you worried about Love's injury? I don't know. Does he know that Love got hurt? I'm not quite sure if he knows Love got hurt over the weekend. I'm a little worried about this. I'm not sure if Smitty fully understands the situation. Can someone ask him? Because I don't want to ask myself. Can somebody please ask him? This is one of the best starts you can have. This wouldn't be running back until we switch. They're back-to-back picks, but you get what I'm saying. Love here, Pickens here. And let's say you end up going Jamar Chase. Okay, that works as well. And if we can try and finagle some sort of running back from this spot, or yeah, let's say you go Jamar. Brees Hall used to be a player we could take in this scenario. Let's go running back from like the middle of round 3. Okay, so if we're gonna go, let's say Jeremiah Love, because of the injury, slips to the middle of 3. Now you can go JSN in 1 or Genty in 1. And so you can do this from the top or the middle pretty easily because Jeremiah Love now enters the equation. And then in the middle of this round, we're getting Chase Brown sometimes in the middle of 2 very easily. Kenneth Walker can fall a little bit further than the average bear might guesstimate. HN on Underdog is going at 2.5. On Sleeper and maybe Yahoo and ESPN, he might go at the 1-2 turn or at number 10 overall. I saw HN ranked on my pre-ranked list on my Sleeper draft with my 10-man buddy league at number 9 in the pre-ranked list. He was up here, which is wild. So you can get this pretty easily. Let's say you can't, though. Let's say you're drafting on Sleeper or whatever, and you go HN right here. This is a running back, wide receiver running back, but it's 2 running backs in the first 3 rounds. So in all reality, you throw Georgie Boy Pickens back up here. Where's Georgie? Georgie, where are you at, pal? Where did George go? Damn it. Did I get rid of him? I don't mind London here if you want to use a different player. How about Neighbors? We could go Neighbors in the middle of 2. All these are really, really decent strategies. Or you could say Jeremiah Love here if you want to just really, really argue the running back. You can get Neighbors in a Yahoo or Sleeper draft in round 3. On Underdog, you can't. You can sometimes get Pickens that late. On Underdog, you can't. Those would be some of the moves you can make. Where it doesn't do you any service to draft running back very well, at least, would be at the 1-2 turn. I think that's where you could put yourself in a bad spot. Because let me write down the teams, the 2 different kinds of teams. We talked about this earlier on the 8 p.m. show. But if you're drafting, let's say from this 11-12, and you draft Achan, who I love, and Genty, we'll put Genty on top because he tends to go on Underdog in 1, and Achan is mid-second. But let's say you stack the 2 RBs there, and then you end up getting Ladd McConkey and potentially Garrett Wilson, which is a very, very good combination. Not saying I don't like that at all, but when you go, let's say, Achan, and you get Pickens or AJB, and then you swing in here and you grab ETN in the 4th round, and then this spot can be whatever you want it to be. This is a much stronger team. It just is, because ETN, as much as I love Genty and Achan, I think this Pickens value is crazy. I think if you put AJB there, that's fine too. I think the balance gives you power. The balance allows you to do things you can't do at the 3 pick. For example, if you get AJB here, you get ETN here, or you go Garrett Wilson here, you can go Josh Allen here, which is the best value at the 3rd round, that late 3rd round that you could find. And you don't feel beholden to, go wide receiver. And then your team's just stronger. This team's so much stronger than this team. And it's hard to say that because I love these 2 RBs. But this team is just so much inherently stronger. Now, you could, if you want, say I still won't go early quarterback, Smitty. That's fine. Then put G. Willie right here. G. Willie here. G. Willie here. So both teams have G. Willie. ETN, AJB, Achan versus Genty, Achan and Ladd. You could kind of argue that they're very good, but this gives you so much more power when you're on the clock of the 3rd and 4th round. So my kind of, in summary, argument here for ETN is essentially this. I would say that if you're in a position to draft ETN in the mother freaking 4th round, and you have no shares of it, force it for a couple drafts. You will not be upset at me, I don't think, unless an injury strikes. But with the injury to Jordan Tyson, with Olave potentially, he's got an injury risk too, but Olave stretching the field, and if he did get hurt, ETN would be force-fed like Achan's going to be force-fed. So it's kind of like a win-win for ETN. ETN with Olave stretching the field is going to get more catches and opportunities with Tyson down and out. And it's just a glorious 4th round player to grab. He has 1st round running back appeal. He has, or at least top 15 overall appeal running back one upside, and you can get him in the 4th round. This might be one of the very last locked in, really solid running back ones. He's going in the 4th round. Why is he going in the 4th round? I don't understand why people doubt him. I don't know why people don't look at this New Orleans Saints team and say, this is a really glorious situation. I have no clue. I don't really care to know. I don't know if people are scared of Kamara. Kamara's just a nice cuff. He's a really good cuff. But ETN has a chance of producing top 7 running back numbers. I don't get it. I don't understand why people don't see the allure in what is the ADP of Travis Etienne. I'm going to jump into a puppy 3 right now and draft probably from the 11, 10, or 12, I imagine, per usual. We'll load that screen and see what I got. ETN to the moon, Hendy to the moon, both costing a 4th and 5th round pick. And real quickly, just to show you what I think one of the most marvelous teams you could draft could be. Let's say you're drafting Achane here on underdog, right? You're grabbing, where's my boy JSN? You're grabbing JSN here. You're grabbing our main man Hendy in round number 5 because that's where Hendy goes. And you're grabbing Travis Etienne in round number 4. And that leaves you round 3 to grab Josh Allen if you want. These are all running backs, but JSN. So this might not be everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. If you don't love this particular build and it scares you, you could go wide receiver like Parker Washington or whoever you want in this 6th round pick. I think I could get Parker Washington and Debo and Stribling, or Parker Washington and DK Metcalf potentially. This would be a really, really, really good team. And if you don't like the Josh Allen approach, then you could just go with our good old favorite move, which is in round 6, we'll take Parker Washington out. We'll put Drake May in at round 6, which this will probably be everybody else's favorite move. We'll take Josh Allen out at this mother freaking 3rd round pick. And then we can just put in anyone you want there. Let me go. I think I'm on the clock already. Hold on. Let me speed over here and see. Of course, I got the 12 pick. I mean, what did any of us expect? So let's go with Achane and AJB here. I love that start. Who else is in this draft? Let's see. Hammer's in the 3. He took Jamar Chase. That was a good value. Love that value. And then I'm going to answer the super chats now in order in which they're received. $20 haulers and above will get immediate attention. So I'm going to answer those in 1 second. Please give me 1 second just to close my point out. 3rd round value. Let's call this 3rd round value. Let's call this, man, you could get Jeremiah Love there. Olave? McBride? Would this, guys, rate this team in the chat. Rate this team on a scale of 1 to 10. If you don't like McBride, you could use Garrett Wilson early, Lad McConkey, Igbuka. But rate this team right here. We'll swing back and put Igbuka instead of McBride. Igbuka should fall very much past the 3.5 now, 3.6. But just rate that team real quickly. From 1 to 10. I love the squad. I mean, that's just an unbelievable squad. 8.5, 7, 8, 9. Shelly's giving it a pretty bad score there. So let's fix something. Let's just tweak something. See, Shelly, rate this team after I make one small adjustment. All right, here we go. Can everybody please rate this team? Shelly, rate this team. This is going to go from I think, what did she say, 7? Or 7 to like 9.9. It's going to go up by 1,000 A thousandfold. All right. Let me answer these super chats in order in which they're received. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not ending the show. No, what am I doing there? Hold on. There we go. A 10. she moved it to a 10. Very understandable. Okay. Ian, thank you for opinion on Neighbors is what you ended up dropping another super chat to clarify. Love him, bro. 3rd round gold mine. Here's my opinion on Malik Neighbors, my guy. And this is a really good question because it seems like people are still having problems with this topic. I don't know why. But Neighbors is going right here. See this? 26 overall. In my buddy league, I got him at 4.5. 10-man rather than 12 here to be fully transparent. But you're going at 26 in grandma leagues, more right around 29, 30. And in 10-mans, you're going to get him obviously in the 4th round. The risk is baked in. There's nothing to be worried about. If there was no worry, he'd be going at the 12 pick, the 8 pick, the 14 pick. You know what I'm saying, Ian? So the risk is all baked in, my boy. It's all baked in. Now, this gives me some flexibility here with this pick. Garrett Wilson. I love Josh Allen here. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson and ETN and stay true to the ETN build in this one. I love the Josh Allen pick, but, you know, we'll see what happens there. But thank you for the Neighbors question. Sick Nasty with his question here, super chat. Rate my rookie draft. No 1st round pick. Branch, Surratt, Cyrus the Virus, Emmett Johnson, Skylar Bill. Without a 1st round pick, I'd say your 2nd round and beyond drafting was a 9 out of 10 because you got maybe 10 out of 10 because you got Cyrus and Emmett Johnson. Those are 2 1st round players to me. Honestly, like I would, if I was ranking the rookies, they would probably be inside the 1st round because I'm not ranking Lemon in my 1st round. Like there's a lot of different ways you could look at rankings, but if I'm trying to tell you who my top 12 rookies are, you have 2 of the top 12. 10-man PPR, 2 flex. QB, JD5, Hampton, Javante, Hoka, London, Flex, Olave, Jameson, Williams, Fannin, bench, Purdy. I like the squad a lot. 10-man, I will say 2 flex spots, 1 QB. I will say that it does feel about right. I don't know that you have a team that I feel like, how in the hell did you get that team? But I also feel like it's definitely, you didn't make any mistakes. You know what I mean? So, Keaton Mitchell will be a big piece for you. If Keaton Mitchell and let's say, I would say Olave, Keaton Mitchell, Olave, and J-Mo, those are going to be big difference makers for you. If you get one of those guys to pop way beyond the expectation, then this team could definitely take it to the next level. But you're 100% in the running. Would I kind of like to see you trade, let's say, a J-Mo and Javante for like 1 slight upgrade and then put Keaton Mitchell in the flex? Sure. Like, that's how I roll, bro. That's the only move I would suggest, personally. I like the team. Just got Genty, HN, Rice, Neighbors, DJ Moore, Waddle, Michael Wilson, Herbs, Brooks, Mason, Likely, Chigakako, 12-man half PPR redraft from the 12 pick. What do you think? I like it a lot. Now, let me just say this. I highly doubt the reason I'm not as excited as many is that's almost unrealistic, Trenton. It's so bad, good, but so bad the people drafting around you. In a 12-man, how can you possibly get Rice and Neighbors at the 3-4 turn and this be a league that has even people with a pulse in it? Like, this is a mortuary. You walked around in the cold freezers, opened up the doors, and you selected for them players you didn't want. Because there's not a real world scenario where Rice or Neighbors falls in a 12-man to the 3-4 turn. So I just don't want people to see this team and go, I like drafting from the 12 spot. I could get Genty, HN, Rice, and Neighbors. You won't get Rice or Neighbors at the 12 pick draft slot in round 3-4. So Trenton, you might as well have everybody start over because you won the league, but that is a hard thing to imagine actually happening in a real life scenario. So I don't know how that works. Traded Kyler, ETN, Puka, got JD5, Pickens, Scat, Waddle, wide receivers in our AJ Brown, Pickens, and Neighbors. Genty, Javante, Scat, Tuden. Did I mess up? I don't think so. Phone lines will be open in a second. Let's go. Wow, this feels pretty good. Bucky. And then I think I got to go Drake May. I love Price here. I love a few players here. But I think I got to go Drake May there. So Drake May and A.J. Brown. I got Garrett Wilson. I got HN, ETN, and Bucky. That's a pretty good looking team there. Traded Kyler, ETN, Puka. Got JD5 Pickens, Scat, and Waddle. And I forget, did you say if it's not a super flex, you didn't say. If it's super flex, you crush it. If it's not super flex, then I would say, Puka, ETN versus JD5. Pickens, Scat, Waddle. I think you did good. I think you did really good. I mean, Pickens and Puka, I'd rather have Pickens long term. So I don't know if this is redraft. I don't know if you're saying any of those details, but those matter. But I definitely think you did well. I did well. JD5, Pickens, and Scat. I would try and trade Scat and Waddle for one player. That would be my next move for you. Scat and Waddle for one player would make your team an absolute conglomerate. Okay, phone lines are open. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
DJ becoming a member. DJ, thank you for, I'm sure that's a re-up, but DJ to the moon. John, you are live, or shall I call you Many Dogs?
Hey, Smitty, thanks for the phone call. I just wanted to ask who would you take?
Hold on 1 second. Let me just merge these calls in real quick. Hold on. Daniel, just mute yourself real quickly. I appreciate you. Hit that mute button if you would. Let me merge Travis in here. Okay, Many Dogs, you're up. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's Purple John. I just want to ask you, who would you take in the 4th round of the Dynasty Rookie Draft? Cyrus Allen's gone. K-Tron's gone. Everybody's gone. The only people available, I can give you a list, quick list, 5 names. Raritan's available. Adam Randall's available. Klubnik's available. McGowan's available. Everybody else, I just don't even know.
Okay, so like Cyrus, all those guys are gone. Okay, I don't know, man. I guess I would...
Bryce Lance is available still. Raritan, Jolly, Adam Randall, Klubnik, that Brown dude of the Saints wide receiver, 2 of them, the Bryce Lance and the other dude. Brown. Yeah, Barry and Brown. Some people say he's going to be good. I'm not sure.
Claiborne's not there.
Gone.
I guess I kind of like Raritan a little bit, but Jolie and Delp's gone, right? So I guess Jolie or Raritan.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not sure which one though.
If I have 2 picks back to back, who you taking? You guys like Adam Randall? Is there any hope for that guy? Like, is there any hope? Should people even bother with him?
Yeah, there's hope.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. I don't know that I'd be saying it's like, the best pick ever, and there's a lot to go into it. What it was.
It feels like if Henry went down, they'd drop the running back next year. So
yeah, I'm just not sure how it'll shake out. To be honest,
could Klubnik get playing time like Carson Beck too? Could he actually see playing time? Drafted in the same round, 4th round.
Super flex though.
Yeah, always super flex. I'm not playing in anything but super flex.
Well, I mean, that probably gives Klubnik a little more. Sorry. Probably gives Klubnik a little more in a super flex. I mean, because if Geno goes down, it's the bum that was playing last year. I forget his name. Bailey Zappi and Klubnik. Klubnik, has at least shown some competence. But,
and if you drafted Tyson, are you guys feeling more compelled to take those 2 Saints wide receivers or no?
No, I don't think anything's happening. Look, Tyson's the future. Olave's there. Nothing's happening. No one's rising up and taking jobs. Like, this is just not one of those situations where you're finding a diamond in the rough necessarily, and the 3rd or 4th wide receiver is going to take over the starters. I just don't. I would take a chance on one of the tight ends. That way you're not, Everybody mute on the phone line, please, until I call upon you. John, anything else But you're talking
no,
about
sir.
you're grabbing at straws. I would say Raritan or Jolie, just because they have a chance to be the top player at their position on the team. Whereas these other guys, I don't care about. Like, I like them, but what are the chances that a guy like Lance will actually surpass the situation in front of him? You know, I just don't see it. So give me the guy that could be the number one at the position on the team, which is Jolie and Raritan.
Appreciate it a lot. Have a great night, guys.
Later. Right here, if it's going to be a real 50-50 split, I give it till week 7, max till Hendy gets the bulk. Yeah, and that's the other thing, too, is like at some point, like through injury or fumbling the ball or just the fact that like the mere fact that the second round draft capital is there for a reason, that eventually will take hold. I hope everybody knows the intention of this team is to eventually turn the reins over to Hendy. They're just doing it slower than we'd like. But Hendy's going to eventually become, and no one's saying starter has to mean 80% of the work. It's still, let's say he gets 50% to 55% for half the year, and then Stevenson's like not really the guy anymore. Let's say he's there, but something happens. Hendy's not going from 50% to 80. He's going from 50% to 61. No. So whether it's Jennings or somebody else, they're going to just be there. Like people are thinking some sort of, massive lever's got to be pulled. It's just a switch, and then he gets 15% more work, max.
Ramondre's never had more than 210 carries, and he hasn't played a full season since 2022. So the chances are, and he had the fumbling problem before. He seems to have cleaned it up, but you have all three of those things. Like I don't think he's going to be a 270 carry back. So that there's so many touches for Hendy, even with Ramondre playing.
Let me read these 2 super chats real quick. $10 super chat from appreciate 7884 or 7084. Or we are back, Smitty, locked in at 1.1, 12-man standard. Gibbs is my number one. Plan on taking the best available at the 24 and 25. Yes, sir. But if you had to prioritize running back 2 or tight end or wide receiver 2, where are you leaning? Well, just for your strategy, it's Gibbs, Pickens, McBride, Gibbs, Love, obviously Bowers, if he's there, he's a lock. Neighbors, Pickens, Gibbs, Neighbors, McBride, Gibbs, any of those combinations I love. Just balance is the key. Get one wide receiver there because you can. And then once you get to these other picks down lower, bro, it's not prioritizing anything. You're taking the best player available. I'm not saying, then I'm going after my running back here, or even at those picks. I'm not prioritizing. You're asking me to prioritize the position. I'm not looking at positions. I'm looking at names on a list, bro. You got to take the best player available, and that will be easily one of them can be a wide receiver. You can prioritize within the best player available when they're all things being equal, and I can guarantee you that if Pickens, McBride, and Neighbors are there, and one will be, that you'll have the opportunity to get balance is what you want. So get a wide receiver, and then whether you go another wide receiver or Love's in there too. Don't be afraid of Love. Spread the love. Hold on, let me grab Debo and Stribling here. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, prioritize. Love is in here too. Love and even Rice is in the mix. But if Pickens and Neighbors are there, I'm not taking Rice. I'm taking Pickens and Neighbors, or I'm taking Pickens and Love, or I'm taking McBride and Pickens, or you could go. I wouldn't go Love and McBride though, because I would want one of those wide receivers given everything's equal. But that's basically where we're at with this team. I mean, it's gonna be self-explanatory. And when you get to the 4-5, I can't really lead you down that path. It's too far down with the not knowing the board for me to give you any advice on that, other than watch what we're doing here, watch how we talk about it. $100 buy-in with the buddies. Josh Allen went in the first round. Those are rookie novice leagues. People don't know ball. They're cool dudes usually. It's the guy that picks Josh Allen in round 1 in a 1 QB is the guy that walks in with like either a fanny pack, or he has such a good dude. He's usually a really good dude, but he's like the firefighter or police officer in the draft that doesn't have a lick of time on him. He's working OT, working a full shift, and this is a guy that literally he's not dialed in like that. He's listening to to the operator and the dispatcher all day. You can't be listening to this show. And so they usually just go with what they know. They're fun leagues, but don't follow the suit. Even if a trend happens in round 2, let it happen. Scoop up someone later, like Bo Nix or Baker and Willis, and just do what you got to do at quarterback. You can even take 3 of them. Like you take like a Baker, a Willis, and a Bo Nix, and just cover yourself and just clean up. But let people do this craziness. Not sure how Neighbors and Rice fell. So you got, this is from your other team. You said, this is the Rice and Neighbors one. Yeah, I don't know, bro. That is wild. In a 12-man. Even if you said 10-man league, I got Rice and Neighbors at the turn on the 3-4 turn, I still wouldn't believe it. I believe you, but I'm just saying that's wild, bro. No one else can expect to get even one of those guys. All right. And again, hats off to that, to our first responders, the police officers and the firefighters. They always ride free at the fantasyfootballshow.com. I love my police officers and firefighters, but they do tend to be so busy because they actually work. Like the rest of everybody else who's on 20% auto mode listening to the show, just putting in the bare minimum, wearing the bare minimum amount of flares as we watch this show during the day. Breaking news. But the dispatching in your ear is a little distracting for the show, unfortunately. All right, let me switch over to my let's go over to the 313. You're live.
Hey, Smitty, Maj from Detroit. One thing to kind of ask you, I have a super flex draft come up this Sunday, and were you planning on doing any kind of like super flex mock drafts in the future?
We don't do mock drafts here. I just don't. Doesn't do any good. What I can do is I can do a mock draft through my draft simulator maybe, or do like a rankings yeah, okay. I could do like
no mock draft, but maybe I don't know if Best Ball does. I don't know if Underdog does have any kind of super flex drafts.
Yeah.
But just something kind of like, there's a lot of people. Superflex becoming more popular over the course of the year.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, we do a lot of Superflex drafts when those Superflex Underdog contests are around. So I do a lot of Superflex content. It's just when those drafts are around is when you'll see it. But remind me, one of these graveyard shows I'll do. So, oh God, I'm out of timeout. No. God dang it. I mean, I timed out on Hunter.
I just want to give you.
Hold 1 second, my boy. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right. Hold on a second. I timed out on my queue essentially. Hold on. Let me go look. I was running out of time on even my second one, but I think I got Coleman.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your pick, but yeah, it's becoming way more popular. I mean, I run like 4 leagues, and a lot of people have been asking for it. So I'm currently in 2, and it'd be something kind of just kind of. I was just curious to see what your super like. It's a whole different strategy, obviously, right? So you have your quarterback and the OP, right? So you have your OP. So it's a whole different strategy, whether it be quarterback, QB, RB, there's a whole.
Well, let me tell you what I tell everybody. Let me tell you what I tell everybody, and this is essentially your guide to Superflex 101. Is when you're drafting, let's say, in this top 5, it's a quarterback. There's no debating it. There's no but I like. I mean, you could go Gibbs if you wanted, and I'm sure I could build a team that I like still. But at the end of the day, if you're getting Josh Allen, you're getting May, you're getting Lamar, you're getting Burrow, you need to take that player. So if you take Josh Allen, let's say, or whatever, then just return to normal drafting. Make your second round feel like the first round. Make your third round feel like the second round. And just go through it like that consistently. Are you still on the phone line? I think the phone line cut out. You still hear me? Hold on, Travis is calling back. Let me get Travis back in here. I don't know if that caller. The phone line kind of cut out and shut down. But if you want to call back in, caller, whoever that was. But the point is, if you're drafting Josh Allen, once you get to this next round, you go back to normal drafting and you try and get away with it as long as you can. And then if you got to swing back in, counting ADP spots and grab Malik Willis as your super flex, that's my secret weapon, super flex quarterback. I hate to give such like a very scripted. It's very different than the best player available strategy that we go through in non-best ball, but in non-super flex. But in super flex, it really is as simple as I take Malik Willis, I take Stafford if he was to fall for whatever reason, Baker if he was to fall. I love Mendoza, and I just clean up at the other positions. I grab Josh Allen, I grab Joe Burrow, and I risk the biscuit on the second quarterback because there's so many good ones that I think fall. Hold on one second. Let me just make this pick here. I'm kind of all over the place with this team now because I timed out and I don't even know what I need. I don't even have time to look because I'm going through this. But let me see if I can find another player. Let's go Isaac Tesla. What does my team even look like? I've got Drake May, Devon A. Chan, Travis Etienne, Bucky Irving. I didn't get Gainwell because I wasn't paying much attention. Jonah Coleman, Tank Bigsby, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Michael Wilson, Stribling, Debo, Hunter, Tesla, Fannin. It's pretty good. I like that. Good squad. All right. Let me go over to the phone line. It cut out. I don't know if that guy's still on the phone. Are you still on the phone, bro? I don't think he is. All right. 831, then over to Daniel. 831, you're live.
Yeah, what's up, Smitty? Came here for a dynasty trade advice. So I'm rebuilding right now. I have 9 first-round picks, and I got an offer for Bowers. It was Sadiq, Tyson, and a mid-2027 first.
Let me write that down. Caller, just mute yourself. I'll be right with you. Say it one more time.
I'm rejected, but I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Wait, say the trade one more time, bro.
So I have Bowers, right? For the context, I'm rebuilding 9 first-round picks. My anchors in my team is I have Bowers. I have Waddle, Bo Nix.
What's the trade again?
CJ.
What's the trade again?
Bowers for Sadiq, Tyson, and a mid-2027 first at the latest.
If you like, you're wasting my marker, bro. Yeah, no. What are we doing? Bro, if I'm trading Bowers, I'm getting like 3 first-rounders and everything. Everything's still what you said.
And they got to be, one of them's got to be like a top 5 at least.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah.
No?
Treat Bowers almost like Gibbs, like those type of guys.
We need that elite. We need to have like a marker wasting button on the marker waste.
I got another. It was Tyson for Price. I don't know. What's on that?
No, bro. Bowers is a stud. He is a league. He's a first rounder next year. People are not understanding.
So you wouldn't give up.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah, he's tight end premium too, so I get.
Yeah. But, bro, he could go top 5 at a tight end premium. Like, what are we doing here? Sadiq, a first round pick that's not even the one. Like, you have to tell me I got the 1.1. You know, and even then it's like, okay, if you drop Sadiq in next year's rookie class, bro, with Jeremiah Smith and it's tight end premium, Bowers goes maybe still before Jeremiah Smith in a tight end premium. And you're not even getting the 1.1. You're getting some unknown mid pick. You know, like, bro, that you'd be destroying your team.
Tight end next year.
You log out of your app.
Log out. My best, Woody. I have got offered Tyson for my price.
Tyson for what?
Price.
I'd rather Price.
And it would help me a lot because my RB besides
Price.
What's his name? The two in the backup.
Rodriguez.
It's Rodriguez.
Yeah, that would be my next person that would replace Price. So low-key would help me get the 101. You know. Because I could keep Tyson in the IR or taxi squad.
Yep. All right, my man. Appreciate you. I don't know if the phone line's jacked up. Are you still there, Travis?
Yeah, I'm here. I think he was wondering if he should do that trade because he wants to tank for the 1.1, but when you already have 9 first rounders, I know they're probably different years, but like you still have to do good trades, and Price is healthy. Like, and
Price over Tyson.
And Price were close before. You know, Tyson was probably above him in Dynasty, but you know now that things change quick.
He's changed, and not to mention before the injury, we still said that. Like, if someone said, "Would it be crazy to take Price if I needed a running back over Tyson or Tate?" We said, "No, not crazy at all. Like Price is that good." Yeah. So that didn't the Tyson injury didn't change our attitude on Price at all. That's been the case. It just now very much my answer versus like, yeah, you know what? I'm rotating it. I'll take Tyson. I'll take Tate, and I'll take Price if I've got the 1.2 and I'm unable to trade the pick. Let's look at Hammer's team real quick. Hold on. Let me scroll up here. I don't know who's on the phone line because the phone line's jacked up right now. I might have to hang up on everybody. I'm going to call back. Hammer got Chase, Love, Olave, Hendy, Burrow. That's really good. Burrow, Tate, Metcalf, Pitts, White, Dart. Like that team, Hammer.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a real good team. Real good team. Chase, Love.
That's really, man.
Olave, Hendy.
Really missed.
Yeah.
And then picking up Braylon Allen deep just because, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
Already banged up.
I think Travis and I might, not every time, but consider a Tate MHJ thought right there. But that's like the only thing that would entertain me a little bit. And then the Cortland Sutton DK I've been sometimes swapping, but those are the only like places where I would even like hesitate to say might have looked at like that's a really good squad. Nice job, Hammer. My team is Achan, AJB, Garrett Wilson, ETN, Bucky Irving, Drake May, Harold Fannin, Michael Wilson, Stribling, Debo Hunter, Coleman, Bigsby, Tesla, Mendoza, and Gadsden. I like my team too. Jeez.
Yeah.
Good squad. Like it a lot. All right, who's on the phone line?
I'm still here, Smitty. This is Danny.
Danny, what's up? Daniel, the commander?
No. You always get this confused, man. But I appreciate it, though.
You're too clear to be Daniel. Wait, Daniel would be like, "It's Daniel, the commander."
He's talking on his shoulder. I'm pretty sure he talks on his shoulder, but that's
it's Daniel, the commander. Call it in. Yeah, like Daniel, the commander. I love the guy. Love Daniel. If you're watching, I absolutely love this guy. He's one of my favorite people. But yeah, he is one of those guys where like you can say, "Are you talking on your shoulder?" And which I've done, I almost guarantee he's talking on his shoulder too. And he'll be like, "No, I'm just."
He says he doesn't.
And then later on, you'll find out he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm holding the phone on my shoulder." It's like, son of a bitch! Like I've just been saying it over and over.
10 seconds you hear him clear, and then like 3 seconds later he's talking like in his shirt with the phone like tucked under behind his back. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Is just like clear as day, and then he must put it back on his shoulder. He's like, "Can you hear me now?" Okay, so here's what I was going to say. It's like, Daniel, are you putting it on your shoulder? I can't tell you how many times I'm asked him if he's put the phone on his shoulder, and I'm thinking the same thing. Like this one day he's going to go, "Figured it out, Smitty. It's when I put the phone on my shoulder, and I'm just going to lose it. I'm going to smash the marker board." All right. What can I do for you, Daniel?
Yeah, quick question. I'm picking a 7th 12-man PPR. I'm starting to see Puka fall a little bit. Not sure if I want to go with that, but I've seen a couple times. I love Genty the way we've been talking about him. I'm thinking about grabbing him in the 7th, if not going super safe with St. Brown. But on the 2nd round, I haven't drafted too much, or I haven't gotten Bowers. I've gotten pretty unlucky with that. But if we're going Bowers, how often do you see going like maybe a Genty, like go crazy with Genty in the 1st round, and then Bauer second round, and then third round of Josh Allen. Like I've never picked like that.
I don't. Some of this isn't getting retained because you're kind of all over the place with it. But are you essentially saying? And I'm trying to manage the chat and everything, so it's hard to restate it in one sentence if you can. Restate it real quickly.
Okay. What is your draft strategy when you're looking at grabbing like a Genty? I'm pick 7 on the 12-man PPR.
Okay.
I'm grabbing Genty in 7, and then I really want to get Bowers, but how hard is that to draft?
Yeah.
Because I've seen you do it, and I mean you're getting sniped all the time. So
let's put it this way. Yeah, let's put it this way. If you were to go Bowers, first of all, don't listen to people that say like that, grabbing the 2 Raiders is a mistake. Like it could be, but it also could be great, because they're turning things around. People said that about the Detroit Lions. Don't grab 2 Lions. Okay, so Bowers and Genty, if you were to go that route, then you get to this round 3, you need a receiver, and that's what can be a problem, or it can fall in your lap to where it's not a big deal. Where it's like, oh, it worked out perfect. Just like when someone says, I went hero RB and I won last year, I'm going hero RB again. It's like, bro, you I don't want to say you got lucky because you drafted it, but you got lucky that the board fell right for you to do hero. And now you're thinking you can apply hero every year. You have to take best player available. Now, I will say Genty and Bowers are going to a lot of the time be arguably the best player available when they're on the board there, from this middle of the draft. So you're not missing anything at this point. But when you get to this stage, if Neighbors falls, which he does a lot in non-best ball underdog scenarios, and this is why we need to try and create a board tonight. I think we're going to try tonight to figure out if we can get our hands on some ADP data. I don't know if I'll have Travis.
That's my scenario.
Hold on. Hold on one second, bro. All right, hold on. I don't know if we're going to have Travis maybe get into, Travis, if you're even able to do this, get into a ESPN mock draft without telling anybody to get in with you and see what the suggested rank looks like. We can do it on Sleeper as well. I don't know if we can do it on Yahoo. But I think that, Sam, hold on one second, Sam. I'm in the middle of this. Call back when I open the phone line back up. I think that you're maybe looking at Neighbors being there 50-50 at that spot. I think it's very, very possible. So if you were to get this, you would be hitting a home run, bro. But the problem is if Neighbors doesn't fall, and I like Buka is, more than anybody, but I do think that this team, if I rate Buka, and then you start going like, who would you get in round 4? It'd probably be, I don't know, in this pick, you probably wouldn't get ETN this late in the 4th round, but you could. You said it's a 10-man or a 12-man?
It's a 12-man league, and I'm kind of thinking, if Neighbors doesn't fall, Rashee Rice is right there. In the 4th round, I'm with you on a Devontae Adams. ETN, I'm with him 100% because you've been preaching.
If you think based on the suggested rank on your platform you're drafting that Rice or Neighbors will 90% be there, I'm fine with this strategy, but it would probably need to be that. If it ends up that you don't get one of those elite receivers, it makes it a little tougher. This is why, tell me if this team looks better, okay? Pickens and McBride.
Man.
You know what I'm
McBride, I mean, that's...
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
So why don't you try and let McBride fall? And he might not, because sometimes in grandma leagues he doesn't fall. But even if he didn't, I think you're still going to be plenty happy with having the Neighbors or the Rice or another running back like Love that shouldn't fall right here. This is still a really good team. Genty, Pickens, Love. I think you go Bowers, and I like it. It's just you got to be careful how you plan to react or what's going to be there if you don't. It just puts you in a bad spot to force yourself to go a certain position. So I love Bowers. I draft Bowers all the time. But you know where I draft Bowers more? On Underdog, where I can mess up on $5 drafts and go, Whereas on my buddy leagues, you don't get any redos. Those are the bigger money leagues that you usually do, or it's just the more invested you are. So I would take that Genty Pickens or Genty Neighbors route and then let the 3rd round come to you. That's my final answer.
All right, love it, Smitty. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love the show. Have a good night. Bye.
Later, bro. Now, some people are going to say, "Oh, you're not going to get McBride in the third." Like we do all the time. It just depends on the platform that you're on. Golf with a super chat here, $2. Thank you, Golf. Golf says, "John Savage member. Hope you have a good week." I don't know what that cross talks about, but thank you, Golf. You hear that, John? I don't know what's going on there.
I think
All
he
right.
had a member chat. I think John had a member chat. I think is what he was saying.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at Golf. Golf looking out. Looking out, Golf. Should I trade Keenan Allen for Kamara? I have ETN. Yeah, I would. I think that's a good move. Because I'm not a Keenan Allen guy. Let me see if I can merge. I don't know what's going on with my phone line. Let me see if I can merge all this. I don't know. I can't even see who's on my phone line. Hold on, boys. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Got Rock out. Travis, are you there? Let's see here. Travis, call back and let me see if I can get you in. I gotta restart the phone line. Everybody dial back. It's all jacked up. Let me restart it real quick. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me restart it. Everybody dial back in 1 second. It's completely locked up. All right. Sam dials at the worst time. Sam, he'll dial in and he'll hang up. And then he just dials when I'm trying to restart stuff. Dials when the phone line's closed. Sam, you have the worst dial-in timing I've seen. But hold on. Sam, now dial in. Travis, dial in. Rock out, dial in. Anybody else that was on the phone line, dial in. John, thank you. And yes, it would take Kamara because Keenan Allen ain't winning you nothing, bro. But Kamara could win you a week if, let's say, ETN went down and Kamara goes in. So 100% think that's a good move for you to make, is to go get Kamara. Let's see if I can get Travis in here. Okay, so I think I got the phone line back. So Travis is on the line. Sam, go ahead. You're live, Sam.
Hey, what's up, Smitty? It's TM42.
What's up? Oh, TM42. All right. What's up, my guy?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Vikings running backs real quick. Mason, Aaron Jones, and Claiborne. Do you still have faith in Mason, or how do you look at that backfield?
No. He can't catch the ball, so like it just limits him. There's only so much he can do. Aaron Jones is an old man. He'll get hurt within. He could have the best week 1 or week 2. It wouldn't even matter. As soon as you put him in, he gets hurt. Claiborne's got the shot to be the guy. I really like him. He has a little H-hand to his game. And we just got to see if they believe in him. I can only do so much. I can identify the talent, but I don't know what the intentions are of this coaching staff. They could come out tomorrow and say, we think he could be an every down back. And then they could come out a week from now and say, he's just a change of pace back and whatever. So it's kind of up to this team. And I do believe he has the ability to be a, very surprising guy that turns heads if he gets in there. I like him a lot.
Yeah, the Vikings, they have a really good schedule, so it's a shame. It's like, man, I want to get someone. Maybe someone blows up in the backfield, but
maybe.
But yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. I think they definitely could lean on the run a little bit too if Kyler's not necessarily what they thought he would be, but hard to say. But Claiborne's definitely the person I would bet on. Now, do I think Mason could have a couple good games? Sure. But he's really going to need to do it on the ground. He doesn't catch footballs, can't catch very well at all. And, he only has so much upside. If you play in a non-PPR league, I guess it would make him a little more valuable. But he's one of the rare players that can't catch, and then, so he would have a different value in non-PPR. But PPR, there's only so much you can do.
Okay. Maybe they'll sign someone. You never know.
Yeah, but who's there? Najee? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think Claiborne, you really hope he's the real deal. I like him a lot.
Yeah, Claiborne.
All right, my boy. You got another?
Cool.
Call back later.
All right, appreciate you.
Yeah, Rock Out, dial back in. I don't know what happened to Rock Out, or was there Rock Out on the line? Maybe Rock Out didn't call in. It wasn't Bruce, but I thought Rock Out was on the line. Travis, let me read this real quick. 10-man redraft at the 1.3. Would it be crazy idea to start Bijan Chase, then Bijan or Chase, and then go with a, let's see here, Bijan and Chase, then go Bowers and Allen, or do you think it's too much of a disadvantage? No, I think if you were, it does put you in a weird spot. It's a great start. You know, I've done it before and I love it. I don't know that you're going to get Bowers that late, but if you do, it's hard to say no. I think what ultimately you would want to do is probably not grab Allen. And so let's say you were to go Chase and then you get Bowers. Depending on if you go Chase or Bijan, you're going to want to go running back or wide receiver here. As much as I would want you to get Allen, and for many reasons, because it's such a force to have the number one wide receiver, the number one tight end, the number one quarterback. Drake May is so close to those guys. Burrow's fantastic. The disadvantage you're going to have at this RB spot by ignoring it and then going all the way down and back isn't worth it. So you're going to want to take this pick and use it on Jeremiah Love or somebody of that nature. You know, so especially if Bowers is falling to the what? If it's is it a 10-man? If Bowers is falling to the 20-21 turn picks, that means other running backs are probably here that shouldn't be here as well, like a Chase Brown or something. So you'll have your choice of like one of two solid running backs. But you'd be kind of, I think, putting yourself in a bad spot if you didn't go balance there with the Bowers pick. So I definitely love the idea. And I'm not saying you couldn't do it, but I guess tell me what team you think looks better. So you have Love, and then you come back around, and let's say you take May with the second of the two picks because you don't want him to slip past you. And with this pick right here, I suppose, let's see, 4th round, in a 10-man, you could potentially get that ETN play. If you didn't get ETN, I'm sure like a Garrett Wilson or somebody would fall. That's a really strong team. If you were to go with Josh Allen, I think it still could work. So you'd have ETN as your starting running back, and then you'd have like a probably, I don't know, what wide receiver would we have here at this point? We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 5.
Devontae Adams, maybe Evans, JMO.
So Chase, Bowers, Allen, and it's still a really good team. I mean, either one is fantastic, but I would probably rather have the running back and the May. But that's me. Very, very close.
Yeah, top heavy versus balance.
Very, very close. Or the better option, the better option is, let's say you were to go Josh Allen. Or not, the better option is to go Bowers for sure, but then take the running back. But if you, let's say Bowers didn't make it and you wanted to still take Josh Allen, then I'm okay with you going, you know, let's say you went Chase and then you went Bowers and then you just go running back, or, you know, you just make sure you're going out with balance. That's all I'd say. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you very much. All right, let me go over to the caller. Is this the guy that I think we got disconnected? 714. What was your question again?
Yeah, that's me, Smitty.
What was your question again?
Yeah, so I actually had a similar question to what Mark was saying. I'm in the Patreon. I'm Roller Coaster Mike. But,
okay. Roller Coaster.
Yeah, so I got the 102 in my good old college buddy league and stuff. It's a 10-man, 2-flex league. And so I'm pretty dead set on taking Jamar Chase here over Bijan.
Me too.
Just because it's an ESPN league and I can see like in stuff like Derrick Henry, Saquon, Jeremiah Love, Kenneth Walker, Brock Bowers, they're all in my range around that 2-3 turn. So it's like I'm thinking maybe picking up Jamar Chase and then seeing who falls best player available. But I'm thinking about like kind of going a similar strategy where, you know, have Bowers and then you have your choice of.
That'd be great.
Walker for sure, but I think someone might take him. But like, you still have a great choice of running backs there too.
Yeah. I still think Love is a steal here. I'm fine with it. I took Love in the 3rd round in my buddy league, and I got Neighbors in the 4th. It was crazy. You won't get Neighbors because you got to go all the way down and back. But, you know, the Bijan route's still very nice. So if you were to go Bijan, and then you get Bowers, and then who were the wide receivers that will fall there? Pickens, probably?
Pickens, you have A.J. Brown falling there. You have Pickens, A.J. Brown. Olave's going to be way there, too.
I do like the Bijan Bowers.
Receivers.
I think I do like the Bijan Bowers Pickens team better. I think in your situation, I think I do. I think in your situation, if you think Pickens and AJB fall to this pick, it might be better than the running backs that even fall to this pick, even though the running backs that fall to this pick would be awesome. I think I would probably say Bijan, Bowers, Pickens. I like that better.
My only thing with Bijan is, like, the Falcons are just not going to be a great offense at all, in my opinion. Granted, like, Bijan's going to be fantastic. You're giving Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow back, and he's going to be, like, an absolute monster this year, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that there's some Falcons concern for sure, but, you know, it's how much is it going to limit him? It'll probably take away some goal line touchdown equity. You know, I think that the offset might be that the Algier work goes to Bijan, and then Bijan's less efficient and it could wash. You know, I think Bijan and I prefer Chase over Bijan in PPR, and in 0.5 it's rotational, and then in non-PPR I'd pick Bijan, of course. But I think there's still a world where you start projecting receivers like Pickens and those guys, AJB. If you're getting one of those guys to fall, then I want to make sure you're taking the receiver there. And if Bowers is there, like if we were to say, let's say Bowers didn't fall though, and it was Jamar Chase, and you took Jamar Chase instead, and then Bowers didn't fall, and now we're at Pickens, and who do you think will be the running back that could fall that isn't Walker?
Well, I do want to say really quick that Brock Bowers is basically going in the top of the 3rd round in ESPN leagues.
Yeah,
but the running backs that would be there, I would say the running backs there would be Love, Saquon, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown. I don't know if you want to put Chase Brown and Jamar Chase together, but
yeah, sure, of course I do. So Chase, Pickens, and Chase Brown is a really, really good combo. So if Bowers doesn't make it, then you're still you're not missing a beat. You can still it could even be better. Or if you did go, let's say you went Bijan, and Pickens and Bowers didn't fall, so we'll just keep it simple. Chase Brown, let's keep it all the same. Let's see, which one do I like better? It's close. I don't think you could go wrong. They're neck and neck for me, like Chase. I think you'll be fine. I think either way the way you've broken down what you expect to be there based on the pre-rank, I think either way you're winning. You can draft a winning team. One decision won't prevent you from winning the championship. And if you had two parallel universes, one might score, I'm just throwing a random number out, 2010 versus the other one scores 2009. Like they literally could be both amazing teams. And if we keep the variables the same, one doesn't look worse than the other. They both look fantastic. They both look the only thing I'd want to say is if we did take Bijan and you were able to get AJ Brown and Pickens, let's see if we like that one more. And then you get Drake May later or something. Bijan, Pickens, AJ Brown. Travis, do you like Bijan, Pickens, AJ Brown more than Chase, Pickens, Brown? Chase Brown? Yeah, you can vote on this.
Yes.
Bijan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust your gut. Trust your gut, bro. Trust your gut. Either way, you're going to draft a winning team. You just don't script it.
So close. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All
I do want to also say that really quick, Ibuka and Ladd are going back in at that 4-5 turn as well.
Yeah, but you're doing mock drafts, right?
Yeah. I mean, mock drafts are the only thing you can really do for ESPN. I obviously do best ball. But
it's hard to say, bro. All right, appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right, we got to add this timer because we're going to be here all night if I don't trigger this timer now. We've already been live an hour and a half, so I'm not scrimping the timer or anything. This is at 1 hour and 5 minutes on the timer. $20 super chat, so extend the show an additional 5 minutes. The timer starts now. Let's real quickly, Travis and Rock Out. Rock Out, can you ask a question to Travis? And I will answer it when I get back, but I'll be right back. And I'll have Travis answer this question, and then I'll answer. Go ahead, Rock Out. You're live. You're live, by the way, and we appreciate you, Rock Out. Rock Out.
So, who would you take and feel most comfortable, Henderson or Tootin?
To me, it's kind of a gut call because, like, I think what you can say is right now, unless you're a big believer in Rodriguez, which I'm not, Tootin has the first and second down work. We know he can handle third down work too. So there's a potential 3-down role there for him. Where like Hendy, they're saying it sounds like anyways, like Ramondre's probably going to be the first down back a lot of times. But then they said, Hendy can be their second, third down and mixing in on some first down. So I think like Tootin right now has the larger role to start. But I mean, it's a gut call probably. I mean, which one do you prefer?
Right now, I feel more comfortable with Tootin, but they're kind of same range. Kind of depends on the team.
Yeah. So let's see. I think Tootin probably goes about half a round before Hendy right now, so it's going to be the same round, like you said. But it depends on your build, where you're picking at. I don't think you're going to go wrong with either because I think they both have a pretty safe RB2 floor. Because, like, Smitty did the math, like, if Tootin just gets ETN's work, and you can do the same thing with Hendy. If Hendy gets, 210 carries and 50 catches, he's going to produce plenty.
Yeah. I agree with that. I also think that like if we're being honest about it, like there's a real chance that Hendy takes longer than we want, and Tootin's right there, already being called co-starter. And I think that the news report here is close to that too, right? When we're saying we think it's gonna be a pretty even split, but that's not coming from the coaching staff where they're like, hey, he's now elevated. Like if they officially elevate Hendy and say, yep, he's grown so much, he's a co-starter now, that is heading in the direction where the second round draft capital will eventually just grab it by the balls. So I don't feel like one is worse than the other. Now I saw a comment, somebody said, I want both. I want both too. I just want both. But if put in a jam, and I was debating Hendy and Tootin, I went Tootin. I think Tootin's smarter. It's more logical, but Hendy could easily be something that I live to regret in that particular league, my buddy league where I did it, because Hendy is capable of being top 5. So I don't know. It's a tough call. Tough call, Rock Out. It's a great question. There's no real answer, to be honest. And this one, Shoes, are you still here? Shoes, are you still here? I'm so sorry for this. Would you take Olave over Allen in the third round? Olave over Allen in the third round. It depends on my build if I need a wide receiver, but I think that he is in a place where he could be potentially that player you rotate with Allen. But I still think Allen, if you already have a running back and a wide receiver, I would take Allen. If you don't have a wide receiver yet, you want running back, you probably have to go Olave. But he's close enough to say the best player available could be either one, depending on your build. Your build would influence which one was the best call. Hammer with a $50 extender over on and I'll go to Travis.
5-minute extender.
The show has just been extended 5 minutes due to a $20 super chat.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, Hammer, for dropping the $50 extender, which will add another 12 minutes and 30 seconds to the clock. Hammer says adding AJB opens up the entire playbook, which is nice for Hendy. which plays nicely for Hendy. And the other thing you got to keep in mind, guys, is like I keep saying over and over and over, when Hendy would walk on the field, even though he was not utilized right, the defense would be like, oh, Hendy's in the game. This is their home run hitter. And it'd almost be kind of like a funny, I'm sure the way that the teams looked at it, the defenses looked at it was like, oh, here's this inexperienced home run hitter that doesn't even know everything yet. This is gonna be easy to shut his like jets down. We can throw. We're gonna make sure we throw water on this guy's wings so he can't fly. And so it was easy for the defense to just be like, okay, we know what they're trying to do. We know how good he is, and they still couldn't do it though. Like when he was a starter, he had 4 50+ yard touchdown runs. But in a sense, when they did shut him down and people call him inefficient, it's because they bring him in and everybody know what they're doing, and you only have one elusive player to stop. Now A.J. Brown's there. The defense can't even consider Hendy a threat. They can't even look at him like that. They got to shut down AJB. They know AJB. Even if Hendy has 2 touchdown runs of 40+ yards the week prior, the defense coming in the next week can't go, oh, let's contain Hendy. They still have to double A.J. Brown. They still got to worry about A.J. Brown. They're going to say, like any defense, let them run the ball and get there slower rather than give up the big play to AJB. So AJB changes the dynamic so much that Hendy will be even more efficient than he actually, was. And he was efficient. People are just off the rocker. Is Shoes here? Did he see my message? Shoes, you still here? Hopefully he is. Go ahead, Travis.
No, I was just going to say, and then, they have AJB and they signed Romeo Dobbs, who, I think they do different things, but I think can bring almost as much to the field as Diggs did last year. I'm not saying he's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver or something like that per se, but he takes up another part of the field. And then unless they end up trading Booty in the next few weeks here, he's another deep threat. Like they just have so much more for May to work with. Makes it easier for Henry.
Yeah. Let's go to Hammer. Oh, sorry, what? Rock out? Is that rock out?
Go on.
You talking rock out?
No, go on.
Oh, okay.
You can go on.
All right. Let me go to, let's see, 1:05, I think it is. I think I got the timer set right. So 1 hour. This says 1 minute. We got 1 minute left already. Time flew. 1 hour and 5 minutes, I think is what it is. Okay. Hammer, you are live, young man. What's up?
What's going on?
Thanks, CMC.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the AJB thing, it was kind of twofold because the coach, like you said, he's not going to come out and say like Hendy doesn't have. Stevenson is pretty much demoted, but the way they put it was like, all right, we're starting to see. And again, like I said last year, the only thing I had an issue with was, after 5 games of just dominance, that's why I've never been against. Actually, I was pro Hendy, always have been. I just was against the coaching staff. But for the Eagles, just kind of tying it, it's like even if AJB was not even that productive, he still commanded so much attention. So I'm not understanding the whole you just slide into that role and you dominate. But like having an open field with Henderson, because you have the wide receiver depth and you have him going downfield, it's just a whole different dynamic.
Yeah, and we really do need to hear it from the team, not a beat writer. So that's why the Teuton's a co-starter is more powerful than the beat writer saying, I think it's just going to be a 50-50 split for the most part. So we're just waiting on that. And the coaching staff could crap all over the 50-50 report, by the way. If Vrabel came out and said Stevenson's our starter or something wild, it would just tank Hendy's value. But again, there's negatives and positives with anything. If a coach speak is bad for Hendy, then it lowers his ADP, and we believe in him. But eventually, the way I look at this is the second round draft capital will win out. Hendy is the young, monster with the efficiency. And when he pops off a run for a touchdown, which will be even more likely with AJB in there, the staff will respond. They'll say, we need to get him. They're not saying they're going to bench Ramondre. Ramondre probably will have to fumble or injure his way out of the starting role that you call starting role. And Hendy can get 50% of the work and dominate. But when he shifts into 61%, 65%, or 58%, and that could be fine too, would be when they start seeing a little bit extra production when they put Hendy in and they say, you know what? Stevenson's great for the short yardage work, but we do need to get Hendy out there on third downs, in 2-minute drills, all this and all that. Right now, they're going to lean on Stevenson for certain parts of that, and it's just the way it is.
And I think the schedule change actually helps it being more difficult. I actually think it helps Hendy.
Yeah, it could be for sure. Simi, thank you for the gifted membership. Let me see real quickly. So what I wanted to do was try and create a board tonight that shows the discrepancy between the different formats. So I don't know if we could start off with underdog versus sleeper, probably, Travis.
I sent you a message too with a couple links for Yahoo and ESPN. I'm not sure if they work. Try them and see.
Okay.
With the ADP.
All right. So the players that look okay. This might be good. Let me see how accurate this is and how updated it is. So I'd probably say, okay, Gibbs, Bijan, Chase, Nakua, McCaffrey, and Jigba, James Cook, CD, JJ, Saquon, Genti, Achane. Achane's the first one. So Achane ranked is the first player I'm going to say. I'm going to write here Achane, and on underdog, he's going at what pick? 2.5.
I don't have. Hold on, I got to pull up underdogs. So.
Yahoo, he's going at.
Yahoo says like shows the last 7 days. I don't know if you have that row. It shows all drafts and then last 7 days. It shows where they've been going.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
That's the most up to date.
See if I can switch that over. Hold on. So let me ask you then, if I don't know if you can pull it up while I'm doing it. HN 2.5 on underdog, I think. I can pull up underdog. And if you could pull up Yahoo, that'd be helpful if you can.
Yeah, I have Yahoo and ESPN right here.
Okay, perfect. I'll keep underdog up then. So HN has an ADP of let's see here, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is it say, are we going to go overall picks, or do we want to do the rounds like 2.5? If we want to do overall to keep it consistent, is that what you're seeing? Then we don't have to convert it.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
All of them.
Let's do that. Okay. So HN is going to be 17 overall. What's Yahoo for HN?
16. You want me to round down and up? Or do you want me to give you?
Yeah, if it's 0.4, yeah, down and then
16.1. So
16.1. Okay, so 16, and then
sleep. ESPN is 12.1.
12.1.
Oh, you want? Yes.
And then
do you want me to pull up sleeper as well?
Yes,
I can do that.
That'd be great. Thank you.
ADP 2026 RB. Right now they have HN at 12.7 on sleeper.
Okay, so 13. So 17, 16, 12, and 13. That is the first player I see that is like discrepancy, I guess. JJ looks about normal, right? Kenneth Walker seems a little low on or Yahoo, right? Or no?
These Kenneth Walker, they have at last 7 days, he's up to 15.3.
Okay. So who else stands out to you that seems to be way out? Brock Bowers?
So ESPN right now, again, I don't know how. Yeah, it says ESPN has Kenneth Walker at 23.8.
Yeah, that's what that caller was telling us, that he could get Walker down late.
Okay.
So
that's off.
29 for ESPN.
24 for ESPN.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then
That's crazy.
Yahoo, he was 15.3.
Okay, 15.
Yeah. And then Sleeper, he's 19.
And then Underdog, he is, I got it right here. Underdog, he is 14. So that's crazy on ESPN. And they got HN 12 and Walker 24. That's wild. Okay, next up would be, I feel like Brock Bowers has a weird ADP. No?
Let's see.
Because he said
24 on ESPN.
That's wild.
21.8 on Yahoo.
22? I'll round up. Okay.
Okay. And
Or
then
down.
22.
Yeah.
And then 22.6 on Sleeper.
23. And then Underdog, Bowers is going at 19.9, so 20. I guess that's not crazy, but 24 still feels wild. Okay, because I already feel like he's a discount. Then, Hammer, what do you think about HN? Where's your value for HN? Are you along the lines of 12, or do you agree? Or wait, what was it? Yeah, which one do you agree with most that HN should be at? 17, 16, 12, or 13? Chat, vote on that. HN, where does he belong? Where does he belong?
I'd say like 14, 15.
I say 8. 8, 9, 10. But 17's ridiculous on Underdog. That's kind of funny that Underdog is the worst on HN. It is the best place to go draft him. So that's and Walker, are you more comfortable with 14 Hammer, like Underdog with Walker, or 24 ESPN if you had to pick one or
14.
the other? Okay. Bowers, where's Bowers for you? Top 15, top 18, 20, 24?
I mean, this is probably not the best person to ask. I mean, I understand and it just seems like I don't really draft tight ends, but I don't know, second round just seems difficult.
Okay.
I mean, with everyone else there, I mean, there's an ass ton of talent. It's not like there's really any like scrubs, I would say, like this year in the second.
AJB is another one.
Okay.
Who's lower than. All right, so on Sleeper, he goes, if you round up, it's 19. On ESPN, AJ Brown goes 27. And on, here you go. And on Yahoo, he goes 24.
24 on Yahoo, 27 on ESPN, 19 on Sleeper, right?
Yep.
And then on Underdog, he goes AJB 19. Okay. Wow, ESPN just feels like a bunch of either Mavericks or non-ball knowers. Probably the later. God. 27 AJB. What in the hell's wrong with them over there, back there? All right, who else?
Where do you expect Malik Neighbors to usually go? Where is he going now?
On Underdog feels right. I feel like Underdog has this one right. He's going at 23.
Okay, so this is another one then, Neighbors.
Sweet. I'm glad.
So Sleeper is 27. ESPN is 36.5.
So 37.
And yeah, and Yahoo is 31.
Wow. Can't wait to draft on
And so that makes sense because like earlier there was someone you were saying like in like a normal league you can't get this, but if you have a league full of people that are afraid of neighbors, he could drop a round or two.
I got him in the 4th.
So
yeah. But I mean, imagining getting Rice and Neighbors is crazy. Okay. Does Jeremiah Love one that is going to be in the wrong spot? Across different. And while he's looking that up, Hammer, where do you feel Neighbors is most appropriately, like, should be slotted?
Well,
top
on
18.
Yahoo, just for Jeremiah Love real quick, it's at 32.8, which is behind Devontae Smith right now, which is wild.
Are you in a certain league or is that? Hold on.
No, this is the expert ranks on Yahoo.
That's
ranking.
Yeah, that's expert ranks.
Yeah, that's different.
Not the last 7 days. But last 7 days he is. Hold on, I just had it.
Yeah, we're not going off expert ranking. We're going off the ADP where people are drafting him.
Last 7 days he's at 27 on Yahoo.
27 on Yahoo. Love. Okay. Now,
Yeah,
people,
and then
Hammer,
ESP
people will sort by that, though, and it will help influence, though, for sure.
Yeah.
But, okay.
ESPN, he's 18.5.
Okay. So, 19.
Yeah. And Sleeper, he's 27.
27.
So ESPN's all over the place, huh?
Yeah, they seem like they're, and then Jeremiah Love on I know it's crazy. 26 overall on Underdog. So he seems to be ESPN. What in the hell?
They're the outlier.
I mean, what are they doing? All right. Next best one to bring up. Just for craps and giggles, where's Josh Jacobs across all these platforms? I'm just curious. I don't even know if he's worth the time, but 41.4 on Underdog. I just want to know if he's like.
Yahoo, he is 35.
Okay.
ESPN, he's 33. And Sleeper, he's 32.
Okay. What about, that's crazy. ESPN. What about ETN? Let's go ETN, then Tootin, and then Drake May. I think they're going to be the ones that I want to talk about the most.
Yeah, these are going to be good ones. All right, ETN on, we'll start with Sleeper, I guess, and work our way back. 45. On ESPN, he's 49.
Okay, so not that crazy, I guess. I think as we get deeper, it's important, but
yeah, on Yahoo, he's 45.
okay, so that's not much of a.
So
What about
that's not
Tootin?
bad.
Tootin and then May, Drake May.
Okay, just because I have it up, Yahoo, Tootin is 61. On ESPN, you ready for it?
Yes.
78. And Sleeper, 62.
Okay.
So once again, ESPN, crazy outlier.
Yeah. Drake May. And then maybe
Drake
Josh
May.
Allen after that.
Sure. Yep. Drake May on Sleeper is 48. On ESPN, 47. And on Yahoo, he is 48.
Okay, so this is an important one because these platforms are actually calculating it more correctly than Underdog. Underdog's off the rocker. So 67, that's a big difference. That's a really
Which
value.
doesn't surprise me because we get some volatile people on Underdog.
Yeah, that's weird though. That the more, I would say, sharper platform that people are spending hard-earned money are the ones dropping the ball. You know, just ridiculous. Okay,
Caleb's all over the place.
what other players stand out? Like Burrow, JD5. Like,
Drake London for me is a little rich.
All right, let's do it.
Right.
Sleeper, he's 16.5, so 17 on Sleeper. 19 on ESPN. And on Yahoo, Drake London, he is 20.
I don't think that's much of a difference then. London is going 21. So yeah, that's probably pretty, but even if it is rich, it is consistent roughly. What about, and Hammer, you can throw out another name if you have one. Burrow. Let's try Burrow real quick.
All right. Burrow on Sleeper is 55. Burrow on
50 on Yahoo.
ESPN.
What
ESPN is 60.
Sleeper 55,
And,
ESPN 16. Would you
yep.
say on Yahoo?
50.
And then Underdog Burrow is 68. So 68 on Underdog. 55. Hold on.
Someone said Evans is low. Mike Evans.
Okay, let's go Evans. Underdog is have Evans at 49. So does that look different or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Sleeper, he's 59. Yahoo, he's 67. And on ESPN, he's 95.
95. I forget what platform Miss Smitty's league's on. I don't know if it's going to be Yahoo.
I think you should switch it to ESPN.
No. Jeez, man. You know, and you got to think about, like, if you're starting a league, you should start it on ESPN. You really should. You could do the draft on ESPN and then transfer the league to Sleeper or wherever later. But doing it on ESPN is the advantage. Oh man.
I bet DJ Moore goes all over the place.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. DJ Moore.
Let me try to find him. You want to find him on Yahoo, Hammer? And I'll grab him on the rest.
Yeah.
Uh, 53.
62 on Yahoo.
He's 68 on ESPN and 58 on Sleeper. So I guess not that crazy.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Anybody else, Travis, by looking at the three lists that you have, does anybody else stick out like a sore thumb besides the guys we have on screen? H.N. Walker, Bowers, AJ Beers, Love, Tootin. For the love of Tootin.
I wonder if Hampton. Like,
I doubt he's that different. And the
Probably
further
not.
down you go, the more like it's hard to like imagine something crazy. Only other person that comes to mind would be maybe Pickens. Devontae Smith. We really should do that one.
All right, let's do it.
And Flowers. Do we do Flowers?
Nope.
No.
You got the Yahoo hammer? Because I'll grab that
35
on Devontae Smith.
Flowers. Devontae Smith is wow. This is wild. 1 second. 29. Devontae Smith.
Okay, so that's the same on Yahoo and Underdog.
All right. ESPN. Which one you want first? First.
Devontae Smith. That's the only one I'm doing right now.
39 on ESPN.
That's more suitable.
And Flowers is 42.
So Flowers is kind of the same. What is sleeper for Devontae Smith?
37 and 41 for. Oh, Flowers is 41. Devontae Smith is 37.
Okay, on sleeper. Okay, so sleeper or sleeper and ESPN are
Better
a little
than Underdog.
Yeah, a lot better. Like almost a really 10 pick. That's a lot. 10 picks is a lot when you're talking about 29 picks and 10 more. I don't know that there's any other player that comes to mind that I wanted to potentially explore.
Can you do Pierce?
Pierce. You mean Price?
Price.
No,
Oh,
Pierce.
okay.
I like Pierce. Price. Yeah, Price has got a value of, we'll eyeball it real quick.
67 on Yahoo.
67.
On ESPN, he's 81.
Okay, so Price 81. That's a great.
The sleeper is 70.
And Underdog is what did I say it was? 62. So this is Price. That's a pretty good value.
Once again, ESPN.
What did we say sleeper was on Price?
70.
Jeez, I'm making a mess of this board. 70 on sleeper.
For me, just because I just have Yahoo in front of me, I feel like I'm okay with everything, but once you start past HM, and then it's kind of all out of whack for me because I have AJB and Pickens much higher than Nico, Derrick Henry.
I think the biggest takeaways here, and I could probably create something a little more elaborate that I can show on the website or whatever, but I think the most shocking things to me and takeaways would be, and I feel like the HM one isn't right on sleeper just because I just drafted on it and showed him a 9 on the pre-rank. Like just showed him at 9. So are we sure?
And so I'm wondering if Yahoo is showing last 7 days, and so like someone in the chat is saying they're in mock drafts and there's different numbers showing up. Sleeper, some people you're saying it seems different.
Yeah.
I don't know where you would find the like.
Well, let me do a mock. Let me start a mock draft.
Mocks, yeah.
I'm just gonna start a mock draft right now.
Yeah. Do that.
Look at it and then abandon it. Start a mock, sure. I'm not gonna do it, but okay. So HN is 12.7. So it's the same data. Okay, I don't know. He must have went down. HN 12.7. Okay. I guess it's using that ADP. Well, I'd say
ESPN may be off slightly.
Yeah, I would say if you're drafting H-hand, you better hope you're drafting on underdog. Otherwise, you're paying, or Yahoo, or you're paying a normal price for him. I think it's still a value, though. Walker, ESPN. Walker season, baby. 24-25 turn. Bowers, ESPN Walker season. Honestly, that Bowers at ADP is close, but I almost worth like erasing it because it's all in the 20s. But AJB, ESPN, handing you a gift. 27 overall. Neighbors, it's ridiculous value to get Neighbors on ESPN at 37. Sleeper's pretty bad too, but 37. Unreal. And then unless you're drafting on ESPN, Jeremiah loves to steal. There's that outlier. Tootin, God, 78 on ESPN's ridiculous. And then on underdog, you're crushing the Drake main quarterbacks, but you're not in the other platforms as much. That's where quarterbacks should go, though. I mean, the other platforms are right on that. Sleeper or underdog is not correct.
Yeah, I just did a mock draft. It had a James Cook at 11.2, Saquon 11.8, Genties at 12.9, Walker's at 15.
Yeah.
Chase Brown's at
Well,
8 chance at 16.
I mean, there's the board. I'm going to take a photo of this. I might put it somewhere that we can reference it later, but it will change really quickly.
Hey, Smitty.
Yeah.
They got Mahomes going at 106 on Sleeper.
106 on Sleeper. Yeah, I'm sure we can find some crazy ones down deep in the abyss. Mahomes is going on, you said 10 what?
106.
Yeah, but I see Mahomes at 97 on underdog. That far down, that number's not a big discrepancy, but I wonder where he's going on
102.
Yeah, it seems about all the same. They're all undervaluing Mahomes. That's crazy. I wonder where's Tyler Warren going?
46.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, DK in the chat. Sorry, just not to interrupt, but he says rank is the ADP. No, it's not.
No.
There's expert ranks that they put on, and then there's ADP. So I don't know. He might be reading that on ESPN.
Yeah.
Because it's confusing. It is confusing because the Yahoo app does it sometimes too, where it defaults and has you drafting off of their.
It depends.
ranks.
I think
Like,
you can do the settings.
I don't
on
want that.
Yeah.
You can switch it for sure.
Tyler Warren is
Tyler Warren. Okay.
going 62 overall on underdog. I bet you he's later than that on other platforms, right? Because he's climbing quickly.
Earlier on ESPN.
Where on ESPN?
47.
Okay.
46
Sleeper. On Sleeper. Yep. You got Sleeper Rocko?
Yeah.
That's a huge. That's a huge discrepancy, man. That's a huge. So Tyler Warren on underdog 62.
So basically, ESPN is odd, but underdog is a bunch of psychos. They're just all over the place.
All right. So what did you say Yahoo
wicked
was for
early.
Warren? Yahoo is what? 40 what?
Yahoo is, hold on.
Rockout, what was Sleeper for Warren?
46.
And
I think he's
ESPN
out on Yahoo as well.
And ESPN was what?
ESPN was 47.
And 40 Sleeper? Or Yahoo? Okay. So apparently you can get, God, I mean, Warren and underdog is a steal then. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. 47. That's high for. I mean, I think you can earn it for sure, but like, we're getting him in the 60s. I think we need to smash the underdog Tyler Warren more. Obviously, I mean we are, but that's crazy. Tyler Warren.
I got another one, Smitty.
Might be the biggest one. What's up?
Goddard at 124. don't know what that range
107
is,
on
other one.
Yahoo. 101 on
130
later on.
135. Yeah, I like that one, I guess, but it's not the craziest player to throw out. So I'd say more these bigger name guys are more.
So what we got for Fannin?
That is wild though. Fannin on underdog is going at 102, and he's dropped below Laporta. Fannin used to be the third ranked tight end, and now he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's crazy, man. People are just disrespecting Harold Fannin, man.
And he's
6,
way
7
higher
on sleeper.
on his other. Yeah.
6, 7 sleeper.
67 on sleeper.
7 on sleeper. That's
Yeah.
even higher, man. He's 77 on ESPN and 71 on Yahoo. The tight
Fannin?
ends are going earlier off of sleeper.
Underdog 102. That's crazy. Fannin might be one of the biggest steals in the whole thing. All right, we'll call it a wrap there because we could just go on and on.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Those are pretty good. Fannin's a really good one though. Rockout. That's crazy. 102. I'll do a little video on this, or I have a board for it, and just say Fannin, and it'll change so quickly. I don't know how valuable the board will be for more than a week or two, but
yeah,
I'll take a photo of this and recreate it somehow. Well, boys, what do you say we open up our underdog app one more time?
Yeah.
And head on over to the puppy.
Okay. Puppy.
And on the count of when I say go, so just hover there, don't do anything yet, because I want to try and make sure we're all getting in. Just have your hand ready. I will randomly yell. I will randomly yell to punch it when we're ready. So just get ready. Get ready. Well, this is crazy. ADPs are strangely different. I don't know. It's interesting. I'll create something with it. We'll do something with it. Go! 2 more to start. 1 more to start. Drafting.
Did I get in?
I don't know. Hopefully you had your hand over the button. This marker I cannot stand.
Yeah, I got in.
Hammer's in the 2 spot. I'm in the 7. That's kind of a change.
I'm at your kind of spot. Number 11.
All right, hang tight, boys. Put this up on the board. Hammer, you got the 2 spot? Is that right?
Yeah. I got 11.
Using eyeglass cleaner solution here. Let's get this thing cleaned. If it's not one thing, it's another with my house. I have we had a leak underneath the kitchen sink from the plumber that came by and fixed something a month ago. It's been leaking ever since. We got fans out there, air purifiers, and a bunch of fans hooked up and just blowing into the cabinets. They're ripping the cabinets out. It's just a mess, one thing after another.
Yeah.
Had to replace the AC unit. That was and the air handler. It's like just one thing after another. Had to do the sewer line from the house to the street. That was a kick to the sack.
Yeah.
But we're doing it live. Golf, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate you. All right, so when Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and now this guy's on the clock, McCaffrey. Take McCaffrey, bro. If you take McCaffrey, I'll be so mad. Oh, I took this. Damn it. That's right. JT, it is. I like JT. I've been drafting a lot of JT lately, so I'm fine with that.
That's good.
I do love JSN at the 7 pick. That's so great. Let's see what is what. 28 minutes left on the clock. Any $20 super chats will extend the show an additional 5 minutes. Appreciate every single one of you being in the building. JT and who? McCaffrey and who? Genty and who? Lamb and who? James Cook and who? What will everybody pair with their first rounder? Use code Smitty if you want to draft alongside of us. Underdog.
I smell meatloaf.
Underdog promo code Smitty. Underdog will match your first deposit 50% all the way up to $1,000 in bonus credit. That link is pinned in the live chat. That link will insert code Smitty for you, or you can enter the code yourself manually, or hit the link in the description if you're watching the replay, and draft on Underdog. So if you do $100, they'll give you $50 in bonus credit on your account. 50% match all the way up to $1,000, meaning if you did do $2,000, they give you $1,000, all the way up to $1,000 in bonus credit on your first deposit when you first sign up using code Smitty. So choose carefully because it's your first deposit only that applies to. But either way, use code Smitty. Help your boy out. And draft with us. We draft pretty much every midnight. And even when the season begins, we'll be drafting. We'll be drafting. Don't you worry. Part of me wants to try the HN JT thing from this spot, but I don't think that I'm going to love the receivers that fall. So I'm going to go Taylor and Pickens here and feel ultra good coming out of round 1. And I don't think I have a Taylor and Pickens combo yet, to be honest. I think it's who do you take at 7? 7645. I'm taking JSN if he's there, or you just saw me at 7 take JT, so your question is right in front of your face. But I don't take Lamb that high. I do like Lamb a lot, but I like Pickens a little bit more this year than Lamb, just a little bit. And so for me, I'm going Pickens in round 2 and in a JT or JSN or whatever. If I went JSN, I would have probably taken HN without hesitation. So I'm either going JSN and HN, or I'm going Taylor and Pickens from the spot pretty easily. Hammers in the 2. He got Bijan and Neighbors, which I don't know that I have a lot of that. That's a really kind of cool combo. That's a pretty good combo. Let's see what this one. Who's the 1 pick? Let's see if this is one of ours. If it's Devontae Smith, we don't know this guy. McBride, okay. I like that combo. Jeremiah Love, Hammer ain't scared, and neither am I. Love is a fantastic 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4 pick. Box of Juice, appreciate you. We gotta be out on Hendo at ADP. It's too rich. Here, this is for you.
Take a big lamb.
Get lambed.
Box of Juice, you know you're my boy, and I thank you for the super chat, but go get a coffee. No, we're not out. We're not in. We're not out. We're in. We're in, baby. We're all in. Let's go. I'm going to do this and do it live. This is where I feel like you take Josh Allen or you don't take Josh Allen. It all really comes down to you have T. Higgins. I love Buka here. And I'd take Buka if I needed the wide receiver. But with the balance, this makes Josh Allen to me the best pick that I could possibly make in round 3. He carries you week in and week out. I've got JT. I have maybe the best quarterback, maybe the best running back the way JT played. Thank you anyway, Box of Juice, but it's not too rich for me. You let me handle it. Let me take all the Hendy shares for you. It's actually one of the best ADPs in fantasy, Box of Juice. He's going around 5. Like, what are you talking about? He had 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns and 35 receptions last year, and he's just been upgraded to probably 50% of the work minimum just to start off. And you don't like 50 in the 50 sometimes later. He's a glorious pick, my guy. Glorious, I tell you. I hate that Waddle pick, whoever made that. That's awful pick. 3.12. Oh, God. Followed up by Josh Jacobs. No.
Saquon, JJ, Waddle, Jacobs.
Blah. Mike, that's a nice pick there. Nice pick there. A lot of value on the board still. A lot of value on the board. Now, here's the question, and I'm going to ask Travis, not Hammer, because Hammer's in the draft. So I won't ask him. Adams or DJ Moore? I got Josh Allen. I think we just maybe dial it up.
DJ Moore.
Let's do it.
DJ Moore with Josh. Yeah.
Do it live. So JT Pickens, DJ Moore with Josh Allen. Looking pretty good. Sketcher says, Smitty, how come you don't like Waddle? I didn't say I don't like Waddle. If I like Hendy, it doesn't mean I take him in the top 5. Waddle's ADP or Waddle's selection here is disgusting. Doesn't mean I don't think Waddle can be okay. But drafting Waddle at 3 as your third drafted player is might as well just take your money and flush it down the toilet. Doing it live. Colston Loveland. I like it, Hammer. It's a really nice looking build there. Really nice looking build.
Wow. Parker Washington.
Don't you think? Are we? Many dogs? Are you Purple John? I'm pretty sure it is.
It is. He doesn't want to say it. You heard the pause when he was on the phone earlier.
Bro, I'm so good at figuring it out just by looking at you. The way you type. It's the way you comb your hair.
Yeah.
I can tell from a mile away, bro. Many dogs. He's on his 7th account. He's behaving, but you could tell you kind of push the envelope sometimes with the many dogs. You gotta be careful. I can see it from a mile away, my boy. A mile away. Oh, man. I think, do I go Hendy here? Do I go Adams, Travis? 10 seconds. Hendy or Adams? Hendy or Adams? I got only the one running back,
Hendy.
but...
Hendy.
Okay.
I like Ben Holmes.
We'll do it.
You wanted Adams, didn't you?
No, I've been drafting a lot of Adams, and you know what? Let's go with the upside here. We need running back. We got the balance going. Adams is an injury-prone guy, for sure because of his age, but I do love him. I do think he's a great 5th-round pick. The guy led the league in touchdowns. Mark says, rate my team: Lamar, CMC, Monty, Jacobson, Zay Flowers, Devontae Smith, JK. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like that team, my guy. I don't like that. Box of Juice. What makes you so distinctly onto one thing or the other? He's like Adams over Hendy. Come on. You like how I'm not fading Hendy? How do you like that? Bro, you're punting an opportunity avoiding Hendy. I don't know what.
I bet Box and Juice says Drake May is overrated because he wasn't good in the playoffs.
Yeah, Box probably doesn't like Drake May at all.
Probably like Mekhi Lemon too.
Yeah. Doing it live. Joe Burrow's still there. Do I bully QB this? Joey B?
Or BTJ or Marvin Harrison.
I was trying to throw the chat off. I mean, I could do. You don't take Burrow. Okay, BTJ or MHJ. That's who I wanted. Which one am I going? I feel like BTJ's.
Answer, but
yeah,
you gotta go with what you want.
BTJ is really nice here with the upside that he brings. I'm gonna go ahead and probably go. I'm going to go BTJ. I do like the idea of Marv and then take Wilson, and then I feel like I got like something, but I don't think I need it. I think I'm just going to roll with the most upside. And I do believe if BTJ struggles, he will get traded. He will get traded. I mean, not struggles. If he struggles, he not want to get traded. I mean, if he struggles to fit in, they will trade him. He'll either do well in Jacksonville or he gets traded and does well elsewhere. I think either scenario he does well. And if anybody thinks he's not getting traded, if they aren't using him, they will, because they've already got a first-round offer from the Raiders they turned down because they want to see if they can make it work. But if they can't make it work and then they're not using him, they understand that they can plug that value in somewhere else and help the team. Have Tootin Hendy in Dynasty, just waiting for the explosion. Yeah, Mark, doing it live. Sanga says Tyson ? I mean, you gotta be a little more specific than that, bro. I don't read all minds. I can read some minds, but I can read many dogs' mind and know that that's Purple John, but I can't read everything. If you're saying take Tyson, why would I take Tyson? Right here. We'll see where somebody takes Tyson. I have a feeling someone's just going to time out on Tyson. You know? Guys, I might have to restart the phone line again, but while it resets, I might hit the Genty thing and use the bathroom real quick. So hit the rock out Hammer, Travis. Rock out or Hammer, are you going to call back?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock out, you going to call back, Travis?
Yeah.
All right. Wait till I come back and give the go ahead to call back in because it's going to be restarting while I'm away. All right.
All right. Cool.
Let's see with this pick. I think I'm going to roll with I'm going to cue Cortland Sutton. I like that pick. I think he's pretty good. All right, while this draft goes, through this pick here, I'm going to hit this Genty video. So, there we go.
Hey, are you currently sitting at home and wondering, why am I such a loser? Why do I not know how to get chicks? Well, there is a solution. Draft Ashton Genty in your upcoming fantasy football drafts, and you'll immediately start growing hair on your chest. Those little testicles of yours will finally drop, and even though you still live in your mom's basement, you're going to immediately start getting hot chicks, all because you drafted Ashton Genty. Now, do you want to be this guy? Hi, I'm worried William, and my mommy just warmed me up a hot pocket, and I've never even talked to a hot chick. Or this guy. Hey, I'm Dom, and I drive fast cars, get hot chicks, and draft Ashton Genty double fist style with 2 cell phones at the same time. Why do I have 2 cell phones? One for looking up Ashton Genty stats all day, the other is for getting chicks. Alright, put down the Hot Pocket Petrified PETA and start smashing Genty ADP, and watch less Thundercats reruns and more of the Fantasy Football Show with Smitty, you bozo.
All right, we are back. We're on the clock here. We're going to take Harold Fannin Jr. So we have JT, Georgie, Boy Pickens, Josh Allen. The phone lines are back up, guys, if you want to dial in. Henderson, DJ Moore. So Pickens, DJ Moore, BTJ Sutton, Taylor, Hendy, Josh Allen, Fannin. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Mahomes went. Michael Wilson went. So if I I could have took MHJ and Michael Wilson here, which would have been intriguing, but I kind of like the BTJ Sutton better. Doesn't have to be connected. I do draft the combo a lot, but I think this is a good one. I think this is I got a real opportunity for production here. The Fannin pick I like. I think he's one of the bigger steals in the 8th and 9th round. $12 minutes and 45 seconds left. Any $20 super chat, so extend the show an additional 5 minutes, and you get to control the narrative and topic for that entire 5 minutes. If you have your team question, whatever you want, your boy's here to answer the call. So appreciate every single one of you. Where's Travis, Hammer, and Rock at? You guys can dial in now if you want to. I'm here for you, ready to rumble, boys. Do it live. Do it live. Let's see here. Hammer, your team's looking good. Bijan, Neighbors, Love, Loveland, Burden. Travis is on the line. We got Gumpy in the building right here. Gumpy, what is up, my boy Gump? I'm glad you called in.
Oh. Yeah. Thanks for the answer yesterday or last night. I'm really appreciative.
You're welcome. I don't know what I did, but sure.
I like Malik. I do. I have a good, I have good fuzzy feelings about some players.
That was
and
today.
other players.
Right, that was earlier.
Yeah. And some people I have a good fuzzy feeling about, and the other ones I don't, like Olave. I never have a good fuzzy feeling about him. I had him 3 times, and he burned me. But I like the, once I give you the fuzzy feeling. I mean,
love the fuzzy.
That was the question I had. I was eating my banana pop. Who gives you the fuzzy feeling? As
you drink Kool-Aid and have peanut butter sandwiches with the crust cut off, and
no, I don't. I eat the crust. Don't waste not, want not.
Got a floaty at the pool.
No, I called you the other day for the pool. I did, but I like the BLTs. My garden goes all the way around the pool, and so I have everything, and But I like BLTs. I kill the BLTs.
Hold on.
Killer bread.
Hold on 1 second. Yo, Smitty, Home League ESPN voted on adding a keeper retroactively this year. Waited 24 hours to be sure. Pickens in the 6th round, thanks to your site. Bro, Pickens in the 6th round is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, Simi Valley. I mean, that's just a great situation. All right, Gump, I'm sorry. What else you got? What do you hear? What do you say?
I wish I could get Pickens in the 6th round.
Yeah, so do I.
That was really good. But what I wanted you, what I wanted you to know, kind of like the Pickens. Does he give you a good fuzzy feeling, or is there some? Yeah, he gives you a fuzzy.
Definitely a fuzzy. Definitely.
Yeah, okay, and so but can I tell you a little something about the Lions, or is that too much?
Either way, you're going to tell me. So sure, go ahead.
Well, they have the big deal going on. I just wonder if they got the Cade Mays, he's out, and then they got the rookie from Ohio State, Seth McLaughlin.
Yeah, you've been taking some setbacks, yes, Gump.
Yeah, and so they're saying he's too small. I think he's 6'4". Am I wrong, or is he? Why do they say he's small? He held his own first preseason game. Why I can't figure out why they keep. At 6'4", is that too small?
I don't know.
For a center?
If you're fuzzy, it doesn't matter what anybody else.
I really like Seth McLaughlin.
Gump, you're on speaker or something. I got this massive reverb.
Oh.
All right, hold on. Gump, mute yourself real quickly. Let me go back to Travis real briefly. Travis, what do you think of the squad so far? JT Pickens, Josh Allen, DJ Moore, Trey Henderson, BTJ, Cortland Sutton, Fannin, Stribling, Mitchell. Not bad.
Love it. I've been scooping up Mitchell like crazy, especially on teams like that where I have just start with 1 or 2 running backs.
I think he's a league.
And then just let it go.
I think he's probably, what is he on the moon man list? He probably should be moved to the Mars man.
I think so.
The Moon Man dropping low.
Oh, is he? Oh, no, yeah, there
space.
Part of me wants to move him to the Mars Man.
Space Monsters.
I don't know. Let me see what we have on the Mars Man list.
He's on a shuttle to Mars.
Oh, yeah.
Mars Man.
You know, maybe we move Herbert down.
Loads dropping.
Mitchell up, Herbert down. I don't know. I think Herbert's going to be great, but for some reason I feel like just doing that.
Where Mitchell's ADP is off sleeper. Probably even further down.
What do you guys think? Mitchell on the Mars Man, move Herbert down to the moon? I love Herbert, but I mean, part of me thinks we could almost take Herbert off the board and put him as like, I don't know, like he's like revenge tour. I love him. I love him, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to, like, we all know he's going to do well, and we're not going to be.
Can I say something?
Hold on one second, Gump. We're not demoting him by any means. We're all going to celebrate it. Say we talked about it all offseason, but do we want that to take up one of the spots? Is there another player that we want? Move up Mitchell and then bring someone else into the fold. Who am I thinking of right now to bring into the fold? I mean, there's so many players that I want to potentially put in the mix here. I'm trying to think what I got, like Quorum a little bit as like a little league winner. We've got, do we even have Fannin on the boards? We got it, right?
The Moon Man.
Dropping
load.
Tell me we don't.
He's on a shuttle to Mars.
Oh, there
Mars
he is.
Man.
Sometimes I don't know. Like, what do I have? Got Adams on it. Adams is good too, but you could almost I could almost nudge if I need to make room, and this isn't a demotion. Adams and Herbert could potentially be moved to some other we still love you, pal, but we need room. We need room. What? What, Travis?
No, it's Gump.
Oh, Gump, what are you screaming about in the background there?
Laporta.
No.
Laporta gives me a fuzzy.
He gets you fuzzy. He gets you warm and fuzzy. Don't say it like that, Gump. Please.
Well.
Okay, I'm done at tight end. I got a Conquo, Likely, and Fannin. Really, really good tight end room. But I need to stop drafting tight ends. Okay. Simi, thank you for that gifted membership, my boy. Or not gifted membership, the super chat. Did Rockout call back in? No. Did Hammer call back in? No, not yet. You guys are welcome to call back in, boys. Gump, are you, can I say something? Gump, you are definitely a fan of your team. I'll say that. But you're also somebody that says one thing about your team 1 minute, and then you pretend you never said it. Like the next time you call in, you don't take accountability for it. You don't say it. You just move to the next thing. So it's like you've been talking about Pacheco nonstop. You call in, we're like, Gibbs is going to the moon. Gibbs is going to Jupiter. He's going to Andromeda. And you call in and go, how about Pacheco? I love Pacheco. Pacheco's going to be amazing. You're going to see. And we're like, aren't you excited about Gibbs? Like, what are you talking about Pacheco for? And you talk about him, now he's injured, and you don't say a word about it. You don't call in and go, Pacheco's going to be okay. I was wrong about Pacheco. You say Ben Johnson's a weasel. He's obviously one of the most talented up-and-coming coaches, if not top 2 or 3 coaches in the league right now, and you call him a weasel? You're wrong about that.
Well, did you see what he did? He really said some bad things about the Packers, and then he took his shirt off, and then the Kit Kat said that they're really in an uproar. Get it? Uproar. And now there seems to be a little bit of strife going there. But
what are you talking about?
You make Lions fans seem so petty and.
No,
maybe they are.
You're the Lion. If the Lions fans are anything like you,
he took his shirt off. He took his shirt off.
If he did that as a Lions coach winning on a big game, takes his shirt off and flexes, you'd be excited about it. That makes me warm and fuzzy. And now all of a sudden, it's a problem. And you think there's some sort of protest going on with the Kit Kats, as you call them. I don't even. Are you referring to the media? Is that what the Kit Kat is again? Who are you calling Kit Kat? Kit Kat again? And what?
The
What does
line,
that mean?
the line, sneaky media. Yeah, you're right. The sneaky ones. Kit Kats.
Oh, like
why are they called the Kit Kat?
Travis,
Sneaky.
he doesn't make sense about it. I don't know, but I think it's something to do with cats, lions, Kit Kat, like kitty cats or
Yeah.
something. Kit Kats. And they're not.
Okay.
They're not lions. They're cats, and it doesn't make any sense at all. It's like,
Well, can I tell you a lion story?
briefly, Gump.
Well,
Very, like you're on thin
John
ice.
Johnson.
I got the button. I got the button up. It better be a good story, or hanging up on you.
Okay, well, every Thanksgiving I really celebrate because the Lions play that day. So I, in the past, have cooked great big Thanksgiving dinners. I'd spend,
KFC.
15 years ago, I spent $500 on
Walmart
food.
Picks it up.
No, I don't even, when I cook a chicken, Walmart chicken, when I cook a turkey, it's not even frozen. It's
I'm sure you tried to send Smitty for his chicken.
fresh.
Walmart.
No, I
Yeah,
do, no. I
Yeah, but you haven't sent me the KFC you owed me. What makes you think I believe this story? But go ahead. Thanksgiving dinner, bunch of chicken from Walmart. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying how much I celebrate. To me, Thanksgiving game is like the Super Bowl, right?
I mean, you're lucky
I even
that.
got
play on it every year.
I used to work on the pipeline. I bought everybody tickets. I was flamboyant, and I dressed up as Batman. I ended up in the parade, and then I got to the game, and then I was in the game as Batman, and the cheeseheads was there pelting me with cheese, and then I fell down or something, fell down the stands. I broke my camera or my watch. I forget what it was, and this Packer fan lady, beautiful lady, she goes, "Does Batman need a hug?" And I said, "I sure do." It was so funny. It's Thanksgiving, But I'm just saying,
Finish him.
She was a sweetheart, that's for sure. That's
Call terminated.
It wasn't a good story.
It's going down a bad road.
Oh man. And the way he said that too. Yeah, I sure do. Give me a hug. I sure do. Use for one ticket. Rockout's calling back in. Gump, I'll give you one more chance if you want to call in. I don't even know if you're watching the show, but use for one ticket of removal of Gump and his gumpiness. Mark, you've read my mind. Thank you very much. I'll give him one more chance, but that story was awful. And you notice how he slipped in? I used to be in the game, like they put me in there.
Dressed as Batman. So he's in the stadium chasing women around dressed as Batman. I don't like where that was going.
Yeah. In the game. I'm in the game.
And running routes in the field.
Running
That's
routes
Batman.
all over the place. Put me in. I was an alternate for the game.
So he worked on a pipeline, though. So he been on a pipeline, and he drove a truck. Gump's been around.
I'm very disappointed Gump never sent me my bucket of chicken, though. What he said he was going to do is leave it at the window. He's going to order it, pay for it over the phone, and put it under Smitty, and then I'd go to Walmart. Now, I don't know. Why was it Walmart again? Because of the Western Union or something?
Walmart bucks from Western Union or something.
Yeah. And then he'd pay for it.
Make you buy your own chicken.
Yeah, make me buy that. I have to go pick up the Walmart Western Union, $10 coupon from whatever, and then take it.
$40 in gas.
To go, "Hi, I'm here." I'll film the whole thing live, by the way, to make it worth it. But I'd be like, "Hi, I'm here. I'm Smitty to pick up my Western Union KFC bucket of chicken." I'm sorry, he didn't cover the tax. Okay, makes sense. Let me give you that $1 here. All right, thank you for the chicken. And I'd end up, live streaming it. I'd probably walk outside, throw it right in the trash can, and not eat it. But I want to collect it because he owes it to me. And so what I had to do with Gump is, here he's calling it again. What I had to do with Gump is let him do a double or nothing until he won, so that he didn't have to pay me the chicken Gump, right? We had to do double or nothing until you just won, so you could clear your. You know that person, the double or nothing Donnie, that like when he loses, he just doubles or nothing until he can clear his tab.
Yep. He's gonna owe you like 45 buckets of chicken.
Yeah, it's like you owe me $10,000, double or nothing. Okay, you owe me $20,000, double or nothing. You win, you're cleared.
The guy in the Sopranos with the sporting goods store just loses the whole place.
Gump, what do you got to say about that, Gump?
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of like John Candy. I like John from the Argonauts. He was the owner, right? But when I was in the parade, I wasn't in the game.
Or the actor. John Candy,
but he's
the owner of the Argonauts.
Yeah, I'm a John Candy. No, John Candy, he's not a stick in the mud. He's a happy person. I mean, you know, he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying?
He was a good guy.
Yeah, he was. He still is.
Oh, hold on, Gump. Enough of this story, bro. Rockout's in the 11th spot. He's got Cook, AJ. Sorry, Rockout. I didn't know you were in this draft. Cook, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, ETN, Price, Adams. Wow, Mahomes, Debo. Oh, you took Debo from me. Damn it, Rockout. I was wondering who took Debo from me. Yeah, good team. I mean, Cook, ETN, Price, and then AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Adams. That's a really good three receivers there. AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Adams with ETN. I like it. Nice team.
Yeah, okay,
Hammer has Bijan, Neighbors, Loveland, Burden, Harrison, Dak, Kyle Pitts, Rashad White, Baker, touchdown maker, Kyler Murray, Naylor, Cyrus Allen, Dell, Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen's interesting because he looks really good. Like Braylon Allen always looks so good, and then we're not sure what to make of it. If Hall went down, I do wonder how big of a monster he would be. I mean, he looks fantastic.
I think he's good. Yeah.
Quarterback here. I'll probably have to go Jacoby here. I think, Hammer, you got enough quarterbacks. I don't like sniping. I know you got MHJ. I always try and look out for my fellow man, but I think you're good at QB. So we're going to go Brissett, Jacoby, and then I've got Josh Allen, Mendoza, Brissett. I've got JT, Hendy, Keaton Mitchell, Zach Charbonnet for later, Mike Washington, and Vidal cuffed to Keaton Mitchell. I got George Pickens, DJ Moore, BTJ, Cortland Sutton, Stribling. I got Fannin, Likely, and Chiga Conquo. My tight end room's pretty damn good. I like this team. Is it my favorite? No, but I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Gump. Last thing, Gump, and then we're out of time. Unless we get an extender here.
When you first start playing fantasy football and you kind of like.
I don't know because it was like 30 years ago, so I don't remember.
I know. Well, you know the rookies.
Okay.
When they draft all the homer, from their team.
Yeah.
Well, I like to win my league, but I like to do it in style.
What are you talking about, though?
So if I was to draft, if I was to draft Detroit Lions players this year, we know we sure love how he sure is fast. Gibbs, right? He sure is fast. We know we like him, but how many players would I grab and possibly win?
Travis, do you know what he said? I have no idea what he's saying.
Can you translate that for me?
I think he's asking how many Lions can you have on your team at once, or how many can you draft for fantasy? One of the two.
I don't know, Gump. Why don't you find out for us? Tell us how it works out. I have no idea. It's never a question that I've contemplated, nor will I ever again contemplate it.
You want a whole team of Lions? Is that what you're saying?
Well, what would be the max, and who would they be? We want Laporta.
Yeah, hold on a second. Okay, Gump, I've had enough of the disrespect to Jahmyr Gibbs. You don't even know what you have. You're like, of course it'd be Laporta. Do you even know what did Jahmyr Gibbs do something to you? Did he? What's going on? Why is he never mentioned from your mouth? This is the best player in the entire National Football League, and you never talk about him. You're always talking Lions. You won't stop talking about Lions. Everything out of your mouth is Lions, and you never mention Jahmyr Gibbs' name. In fact, I don't know if you ever have said Jahmyr Gibbs.
Well, in my league, I ain't gonna get him. He's gonna be gone.
He's never said it.
Oh, no, he's great, but I ain't gonna be able to get him.
He can't say his name.
Yeah, Gibbs, he's great, but I'm not gonna get him. The only way I get him is to get the one pick.
All right, Gump. We've missed you around here for sure, Gump. You got to call on more. We appreciate you. All right, Gump. Anything else?
Well, I still like Checo.
All right, thank you, Gump. When he whispers, it's really uncomfortable. Rock out final thoughts real quickly. I like your team boys. You did a really good. Hammer. The team looks really, really good. Rock out. The team looks really, really good. I don't know who else is in this draft. Nico McBride, Parker Washington in the 4th round. What in the hell you doing, bro? What in the hell?
What I said.
What are you doing? I don't think that's a show person because there's picks that don't make sense, like Reed and we love Parker Washington, but it doesn't matter. That's not saying we don't love him, but that's just a ridiculous pick. Scadaboo, Rice. I hate this. I hate the Scadaboo and Monty together. I just do. Swift, Bucky, Ramondre, Pollard. You ain't winning with that team. But Ben, there's some good potential in the other, like Devontae Smith, Swift, and Ramondre and Pollard were just awful picks. But the Puka, London, Bucky, like those were good. I don't know, there's some good to it, but St. Brown, Henry, Olave, McMillan, Judkins, Warren, good, but is that winning it? No, it's not. JSN, HN, Hall, Javonte, McLaurin, JD5. That's good. I like Hammer's team a lot. I like Rock Out. Rock Out did good. I'm not just saying that because they've been on the phone line. I know Hammer said he was going to call back in. He didn't. But Hammer, I like your team. And then Vine, Genty, Chase Brown, Buka, Evans, May, Brooks. I think it could work. My team, is it my favorite team ever? No, but JT Pickens, Allen, DJ Moore, Hendy, BTJ, Sutton, Fannin. I like it. It's definitely not one of my favorite, though. All right, guys, we are out of here. Appreciate all of you. I don't think I missed any extenders or anything. I think I'm caught up. Thank you, Luis, for dropping the massive extender wad. What, Travis?
No, I just said I don't think so. I think we got them all.
All right, we're out of here. See you all tomorrow.
Thanks, Smitty.
Later, Rock Out.
Bye.
See ya.
Later, Gump. I hung up on Gump already, but later, Gump. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Live whenever big news breaks and live at midnight Eastern almost every single night. See you all tomorrow.